Day 9 always has to restart his starts because he's usually eating as he begins.
Restart his starts?
Yeah, because he does shows more than just like streams. Everything's a little more produced. So
so he goes back and does
the
the beginning again?
Yeah.
That makes sense. That's why I don't put stuff on YouTube, because I want to go back and clean it up, but I never make time to go back and clean it up, so I never end up putting it there. I thought a couple of times of just putting them up raw and then coming back and fixing them at another time if they're going to stay there, but but I haven't. I can't commit to it. I do it sometimes and then I go, no, I don't want to do that.
Plus, it's a lot of just cropping because it's just hours of.
It's cropping and cutting because, like, with us, we have these discussions sometimes have nothing to do with the game. I mean, I know Critical Role does it a little bit, but at least it's sort of connected. It's like we'll start talking about, what are we doing for dinner? And those are the things I like to cut out, or like the break, the little 10-minute break. I cut that out for YouTube. There's no reason that needs to be here. But anyway, so we're back. We are on session 21.
A little bit, a little far.
There's no way you're going to get ahead of me this time. Actually, I think it's session 18 this
That's
time,
right?
Yes.
Yes.
At least until next week when it'll be session 19 or 21 or something. You'll skip ahead of me again. Okay, so not a ton happened this last time around.
What do you mean?
We just went
we
into
role
Bob
played for half of
Lorna's.
it.
They got to Bob Lorna's cottage.
You're skipping the whole part of the session. You're skipping the whole session.
I'm giving this. Give me a second. By way of the swamp, they went around. They left the castle and they just basically traipsed back through. Oh, at the beginning, you're right. You did have the little encounter with.
Yeah.
You made
the majority of the session.
This is true. There was some stuff. Okay, so they decided to recover, and while they were at the sinking palace, Bebo decided he was going to try planting some of his beans. And this time, in the effort, it popped up as 5 eggs, and he decided that they'd be good for breakfast. So he offered them up to his party, and 3 members of the party chose to partake, at least in some quantity.
I had a little bit.
Exactly. Kinlick didn't quite get the same effects, having taken quite a bit less of the 2 eggs that were cooked. And Alvin and Bebo had quite opposite reactions, whereas Alvin seemed to become a little bit more charismatic. People seem to find him easier to be around. Whereas Bebo, on the other hand, had a rocket burst. Launched himself across the room, doing damage, or across the yard there, and doing significant damage to himself.
Costing me a spell slot.
And right after they were done recovering, he was now significantly damaged.
He's just allergic.
And Kinlick had to reach out and give him a helping hand so that they didn't have to spend another night in the sinking palace for him to recover. So with that, they also noticed they met up with
not Jangle Jangle?
With the partner to Sir what's his?
Galahad.
Yeah, Galahad. I think it was Sir Galahad. Talavar, you're right. Sir Talavar, and she told them that she was captured on during their escape, but she was glad to hear that they had gotten out. She awaiting her opportunity to get through trial, so she can get out. She assumes she will succeed in her battle to the death whenever it's given to her. So
because she is correct.
Maybe. So yeah,
that's what she believes.
As long as she believes it, until it happens, until she's proven false, it's true. So.
Is this like a situation where you have to like put someone in like some sort of like
I'm gonna run over.
I don't know, like suicide watch thing, and like they are not in the right mind, so you clearly need to like take matters into your own hands?
What?
With her?
don't know. You guys didn't actually determine whether it was that kind of a risk.
I mean,
But she
now
seemed
Laura
to-
doesn't care.
She was
so-
pretty confident she was going to get out, but
She seemed fine. She seemed like she wanted to do that. Just let her.
she knew that there'd be a lot of trouble, or she felt that there'd be a lot of
Not the
trouble
same
for you
arrangement.
guys if you tried to break her out. So as that,
No,
she
it's wrong.
chose to stay and face her future. So with that, you guys decided to move on. Then you guys started heading back, looking for Bob Lorna's cottage.
Why is there?
You had Crab Claw, or Clapper Claw,
Well, it's close.
help you guys
What it
find your
matters
way.
is that the opposites are.
And
Yes, it
once
does.
you went through the fog bank that you couldn't see past, but you did see a number of clotheslines going into, you guys went through. And that is where you found a cottage up on high stilts above the lake. And you coasted in. Clapper Claw decided he was not going to join you guys on that
Like a
little
Dark Souls boss that went through the fog
Uh,
door.
He said, I'm going to wait down here, or at least that's what he
Dark
said.
Souls.
And,
Elden Ring.
Kinlick sent up his mouse,
Familiar.
the familiar mouse,
It was
to
a rat.
It's a rat.
to go check things out before everybody came in. Didn't find a ton, other than he was able to give them the lay of the land because a lot of the doors were shut and he was unable to open them himself. So the party came up, found a pool that had a mirror in one corner, a giant lily
Which
pad
isn't
in
out
another.
there.
Well, it is there, but it's not there. So there's this little thing sitting out there in the pool.
There's a mirror on the wall.
It's a mirror sitting out there.
That's very cool.
The party did manage to start. They kind of split a little bit. I mean, they didn't really leave the room, but one went and go check out this weird-looking dummy that was over in one corner, while Bebo and Kinlick went into a room to go check out some cupboards that they saw. But they were quickly pulled away from that search when a creature jumped off of the dummy and attacked everybody. Well, there was actually two of them, and the party made quick work of them before the night was done. And now they are still there, deciding what is their next step.
You were searching this cabinet.
Yeah,
right?
I need to go search that cabinet.
Okay,
And
so
then I was gonna check this next door.
Why is it updating sources?
It's done.
Maybe new book.
Okay. It took so long. It was taking so long. You guys.
okay, so you are in there, and you. All right, so you went inside there. You had found that there's a large cupboard. It's a dark room. There's some
Write it
fine scroll work frames. The cupboards. Let's see, fine scroll work that you've discovered frames the cupboard's two doors, which are bridged by a circular panel of dark wood. The panel is inlaid with a silver hourglass sigil.
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 Sigil, Matt Mercer.
Are you correcting the DM?
I am, because that's the same mistake
It's
that Matt
okay.
made.
Really?
It's okay, you know, if you pronounce words wrong because you learned it reading. It's common. It happens, okay?
In the fantasy world, they're called sigils.
I think it's Sigil.
The sigil. The sigil.
Call it Sigil.
So
It
my
sounds like
brother's Nigel and
Nigel.
Sigil.
Sigil Thornberry.
Sigil, right?
Smashing.
He would say like dashing or something.
Okay.
Slashing.
So you went in there to look. You found that you're doing a search around. The cupboards you find are unlocked are locked. There's a circular panel with an hourglass on it, or you saw that. Characters who, as you're looking in your investigation, give me a investigation check.
I just took off enhanceability.
Just Bebo, he's the one in the room looking.
I could have given
Yeah.
her or him. Him.
You get +2 to investigate.
Like advantage on
not
dex
one.
checks.
So Bebo really just kind of goes in there. He's looking and he just gives it a once over, and
Give it a half.
he just a half a look. Just glances at the cupboard, sees that they appear to be locked, and he walks
Can
away.
I just like yank it? Can I just like try and yank it open, like feet against the wall, like
So, sure, give me a strength check.
That would just be strength, wouldn't it?
Yep, just add strength to your roll. What are your strength bonus?
That'd be a 12.
It kind of creaks a little bit. You could tell they're kind of old, but they're sort of they're kind of holding on the wall. They're like maybe being a small goblin sort, you can't quite get it to make any headway.
Do you have any items to throw at it? Potion of fire breathing?
He's the one who has the potion of fire breathing, not Austin. Okay.
Austin used his.
He did.
Oh, that's right.
He had
I
one,
was like
used it.
trying to get them to light the forge for us, okay?
Okay. Anyway,
Hmm.
I set my rat through this door.
I walk.
Unless that's our exit.
Well, I just walk out and say this one's locked. I tried to pull it open.
Okay,
I will
so-
The cabinet
go
there
check
as
it out then.
Okay. So Lorna goes in, and you send your rat. You said through that door right there.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
Just scouting ahead. This almost looks like our exit, though, or our entrance, because it's going down, and we came up, right?
No, I thought we came in through that.
So your rat.
This is just like a balcony or something.
No,
Your
they're
rat
all, like,
goes through the
trap door.
doors.
Right there.
He just sees
Right there.
I think.
some old stairs. It's an old stairway. It's kind of, to the rat, it just seems fine. It's not, they're probably a little worn, according to the rat's view. He's just looking up. He does see a railing that looks a little iffy on the edge of the staircase.
Okay.
And the stairs kind of look like they're coming up the side of the cottage. So there's not like anything underneath them. Underneath is just the lake. So it's kind of like running up the side of the cottage.
Okay.
He does hear as he comes up a small sound, like a droning sound, up ahead,
Okay.
going around the corner at the top of the stairs.
Be the bottom
Yeah.
of the stairs? Because it looks like it goes down.
The stairs go down.
They're going
go-
up.
Oh, they go up.
Okay.
Okay.
Um,
Does he come across another door up there? There's about 30 feet in around, I assume. I don't know how fast a rat goes.
Let's see.
Let me see.
There is a door at the top of the steps. Yep.
Ooh.
Okay.
One that is currently closed. Back to you guys, back in your room. Give me an investigation check, Lorna.
13.
After a short investigation, you actually determine that the sigil on it, the hourglass sigil,
Mhm.
is it moves. It's not really tight on the wall there, and you can rotate it if you want to.
I'm gonna rotate it and I'm gonna kind of listen as I do to see if it kind of like makes any sort of like lock clicky noises.
Yeah, as you're rotating it, it starts to you hear like a little unlocking sound.
Hello, unlockies.
And so as you flip it over, as the hourglass inverts, the door becomes unlocked, and you can now open the.
Can I listen to it?
I shall cautiously open the door.
Okay.
The cabinet,
The
right?
cabinet? Yeah. It's a door to a cabinet though.
Once
It's
you
a cabinet door.
once you
Yes.
open the cupboard, you discover there's a small row of small compartments.
Okay.
During your investigation of this, you find each one is stuffed with pouches of other tiny containers. One of the containers is a teacup-sized ceramic cauldron, inside which is a scrap of paper with the word "spittle spew" written on it in common.
I say, I guess maybe she's picking it up, but
There's other little mementos, trinkets in the cupboard. You find some loose buttons of various shapes, colors, and materials. Some stray cutlery. There's unopened love letters, not written or you notice they're not written or addressed to Bavlorna, but to long dead people with whom Bavlorna has had dealings. Which I don't know how you would know that, and I don't know why they told me that. But it doesn't make any difference to me either.
So she's petty.
Yeah, basically they're just people that she's obviously interacted with. There's some old frayed coiled up belts, pressed flowers and loose dried petals, horseshoe, feathers from various birds, and a chipped teacup. That would be all of the fun stuff you found in the cupboards.
A ceramic cauldron that's like teacup size with the paper that says spittle spew. That's weird.
There you go. What's spittle spew?
I'll take the paper. Should I take the cauldron? I'll take the cauldron and paper and walk out.
Okay.
Wait, was there anything other than the cabinet in that room?
No, that was the primary thing. It's not a big room. The cabinet just kind of sits on the back wall, and that's kind of the primary thing. It had some underneath it. I believe there were some tables with miscellaneous junk that just looked like junk.
You walk out into the main room and you see all of these mannequins that have been knocked onto the ground.
I was in there already. I was out there with you guys, and then I heard him being like,
I went out like.
He's like, I can't get it open.
And this time you guys have spent investigating. I've been checking to make sure there are no more monsters in here.
Okay, are you investigating just that spot? Or are you investigating
specifically
the room?
this spot?
The whole area. Okay, so just that spot.
Yes.
Yeah, you find that the other mannequins were pretty basic.
I knocked them all over.
And during your investigation, had there been more monsters, you guys would have been fighting them.
Excellent.
You would have found them. But no, there was no
right?
more in that particular area.
Hey, that's mine.
You can never
He offered you a Kickstart.
I leave and I go over to this
Star.
trap door or whatever it is, and I.
Oh, the door there? I think that's...
Are we still
where you
being
came in?
quiet?
Actually, I think that might be where you came up. I might
Okay,
have
that's
got it
what I
wrong last
thought.
time. Yeah.
Can I just like open this crate next to me?
Crate? That's not a crate. Well, that's a hatch.
Yeah.
That's a crate.
Okay,
Yeah,
so...
that crate. I jump. I
the-
start hitting it.
This crate's here. Let me see.
What if it's a mimic?
Are we still being...
Let me see if there's crates actually.
Did I just send you that mimic picture?
You sent me it, or
Did I
showed,
send it
showed
to you, or
me.
did I show it to you? I think I still have it on Pinterest though, saved. So hang on. I'll find it for you.
Do you guys see those stuffed animals my store has? The displacer
No,
beast
I don't
with the mouse in it?
I didn't pay attention to it.
Wow.
Upon busting these crates, you find that they're filled with just what looks like might have been packing material, some kind of like dirt or just something that they were storing something in, but there's nothing in it currently.
I'll go over to the door and I'll try the door over here on the edge, it looks like.
Okay, door.
I will inform people that there is another way up, out this way. Besides the stairwell over there.
2 ways up.
With some
Okay,
droning.
so as you step out that door, it's you find it's a 10-foot wide balcony. It's almost the length of the cottage and is covered from end to end with living frogs. At each end of the balcony, attached to one corner of the cottage, just beyond easy reach, is a clothesline draped with patchwork garments. The two lines stretch out over the lake and disappear into the thick fog. And based on where they are, you can get an idea that they're just like the other two you saw, are going out to some locations on the other outside the lake.
Oh wait, is the second part
It's pretty funny.
Right? An absolute unit.
Literally.
That would be amazing.
Wait, I was reading the second part. 25 Dungeons and Dragons posts
Oh,
that
yeah,
are
that's
seductive to a bard. I thought that was part of it.
No, it was just the image above it that I was showing you.
I thought that was part of it and what made it funny.
That is pretty good.
How long have we been
That sure would
searching?
seduce my bard.
How long have we been searching?
Basically, how long has it been since I summoned my rat?
Oh, you guys.
Because I have 2 hours.
Since you summoned it, it'll last for 2 hours?
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't been here that long. You guys just came up and you fought those guys and you're just looking around, so...
I close the door and I say, oh, there's only frogs in there.
How long does when you do an investigation check, how long does that typically...
Depends on the
say
area.
20 minutes or something?
Depends on the area.
Well, no one's going to spend 20 minutes investigating a single chest, right?
Yeah,
So it just
I'm thinking you guys are. Yeah, you guys have only been in here for maybe 20 minutes, half an hour.
that checks out.
Okay.
I guess I'll just keep going in the loop. I'll go to the next door. Actually, first
Yeah.
I'll check these barrels.
So
that
you
barrel.
open the door. You're not going into the room.
No, I just opened it and then I
You
closed it.
just
after
see all the
seeing what I
frogs.
saw.
Don't want to deal with the frogs.
Like
Okay.
frog-sized frogs, right?
They're just a
Okay.
bunch of frogs.
I could rack up my kill streak.
How do you know the frogs aren't hiding something? Maybe they're standing on a trapdoor.
Rules was written, frogs are probably worth like 10 experience. So
Really? So what we're supposed to do is breed them.
XP farm?
XP farm.
Wow.
that's why people are saying that like crabbers, like
Now you do realize that XP is kind of not a. I mean, if you're in there, you're not really XPing. It's not like your guy knows that he's getting better. That's an outside world thing,
I
right?
use them for aim practice.
shooting romp rats helped Luke.
That's what he says.
Wait, so
But he doesn't know that an overlord was given. Oh, for each one of those, we're going to give him 10 XP.
you like rats. Do you like frogs?
Frog legs.
I need a frog or two. 3.
Me too.
There's a couple in there.
I knew a guy named Frogger.
Well, there's not a couple in there. It's
Frogger?
end-to-end frogs. In
You're a
there.
rat.
No, my rat can hear, so I can talk.
I go over to the I corner my eye. I go to these barrels, these crates in that barrel, and I see what's inside of them.
I'm checking this next room with my rat as well.
You're going to this room over there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go check this room over
I
here.
was also going to that room.
Alright, so you guys are going to that room. He's checking barrels and more
Coming with?
crates.
Sure.
Yeah.
Should maybe someone stay with Kinlick?
What?
Should maybe someone stay with Kinlick?
The druid, or the skeleton.
Skeleton,
Come with?
Skeleton
I'll-
tends to
I'll
follow
go
Yeah,
with
I'm
his,
moving
Kinlick
to the
then.
barrels.
You'll help
follows
Kinlick.
Elvin around.
You'll make sure he doesn't die.
Yeah. There.
Okay.
That's why I send in my rat first.
Alright, so Kinlick, we'll go to Kinlick's thing here. He opens the door and, well, he opens it enough to let his rat through.
Exactly.
Could you potentially cast fairy fire on your rat and then send it in a room so it's bright in the room?
No, it's not that kind of light.
Uh,
It's like a targeting light, not a illumination.
The rat goes through, finds scraps of cloth and bundles of yarn are piled throughout the small room. It's
Do,
just
do I
that
know you're
it's-
there? Currently, I'm blinded as I'm looking through my rat's eyes.
Through his eyes, it looks to you like it's mostly a storage closet full of just kind of old garments and miscellaneous scraps and cuts of lengths of garments. Looks like you might be able to deduce that, but Lorna looks like she makes her own clothes or a lot of her own clothing.
Okay. Hey,
You picking up anything in there?
If you're
I'm also deaf.
so is your rat
She's
just
not
doing a
dressed to the
cursory
nines,
look
I'm very
around, or are you
disappointed.
actually
I'm
wanting
not
to do a
searching,
full-on
I'm
search?
looking-
She's not dressed to the
Okay.
It
nines, I'll be
basically
disappointed.
is scouting for threats, and then I can maybe have someone else look around.
Okay, so at first, yeah, that's pretty much what you get at a glance.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So
And then-
I come out of the rat and like, okay, there's just some textiles. Bob Lorna seems to
Yeah,
make her own
right.
clothes. Very resourceful of her.
Okay.
All right, and the others, you guys are going into the other room. Oh, by the way, your crates, you break them up. It's more the same. Looks like there may have been some like you see some like rat turds and miscellaneous other like I don't know, just things that would come with like maybe an animal transport in some of these. Just a lot of junk. You can't tell what some of the stuff inside of here, but it looks like some kind of remains of whatever, some kind of animal or thing. It's pretty bad shape. It's all pretty just messed up.
How old does it have to be before you don't eat it?
It's probably not a lot. It's hard to tell that anything in there would even be edible meat wise. I mean, you just see like scraps of almost like very remains.
if you cook it long enough, it's edible.
That does sound like something a goblin would say.
So as you come to this
No,
other
if you cook
room,
it too much, though, it becomes inedible. There's like a good measure in between.
No, it's just more cooked.
you guys,
If it's literally ash, you'll eat it.
Yeah.
Okay.
mix the third. So you're going to check out this room then.
Yeah.
All right. So as you open the door, You kind
This
of
is getting me
stick your head in there and take a look,
The
and
door's a mimic.
it's you
Yeah, Alvin,
realize
just stick
that
your
it's-
head in the door.
you
I will.
realize that it looks pretty empty as far as creatures go or anything. You do see a horse's head. It leers at you with glossy eyes. Its lips drawn back from pointed yellow teeth. The head is affixed to a large 8-limbed armature made of wicker and wire, situated so that it faces the doorway where you entered. Near it is a wooden crate. Flies buzz around the disordered room, landing occasionally on animal carcasses that lie strewn in small piles. On a low table rests an assortment of tools, saws, knives, scrapers, a hand-cranked drill, sewing thread, needles, awls, around several taxidermy subjects in various stages of completion. A shelf that looks on the verge of collapse leans against the wall between the two windows and bears the weight of dozens of stuffed horrors. Each one is an artless combination of 2 or more animals.
She wasn't just into designing clothes, guys.
Bit of a creative mind, huh?
I don't.
Is that a spider horse?
You
There,
go in first.
that's-
You go in first.
Okay.
Are we working on
I'm gonna walk in and check out
Yeah.
the crate that's buzzing.
I mean, I eventually want to send my rat up to where things might be.
Okay, so you go over.
Which one's the buzzing crate? Whatever the.
I think it's the right one right in front.
You go over. You find the crate is open. You look inside of it. A swarm of flies just come out of the crate and kind of scatter, through the room. The crates contain contains the carcass of a curled up 8-legged reptile with spikes running down its back. Can you roll me a nature check?
Oh jeez, I'm not good at that.
Well, I have some intelligence, so it's
What
better
is
than
an
nothing.
8-legged reptile?
Can I help him with it?
I'm sure if you want to.
More
me
of a
advantage,
You're
separate
both in the
roll.
room.
With advantage because of the help. 10. I rolled pretty poor.
Wow.
I rolled a 4 and a 7.
You're not quite sure what kind of animal this is.
This
that
is
was
an
meant to be.
8-legged reptile. Do we know?
The crate, yeah, it's an 8-legged reptile with spikes running down its back.
I don't like this.
What is an
I'm gonna-
an octopus?
What's in the other crate?
It's definitely not.
Go look,
A
Alvin.
reptile.
Alvin, what's in the other crate? Go look.
Okay. I'm gonna rush over to the other crate and take a look.
This reminds me of.
There's
Ruben
not another
Sins
crate.
from
That
Toy Story.
drawing lied.
Huh?
There's
Oh,
not
okay.
another crate. The drawing lied.
Oh, okay.
Well, make something up now, Ken.
I've been making it up for the other crates. you open it up. It's more carcasses
go.
of unidentifiable monsters.
There's nothing that's.
This one's 10 legs and still a reptile somehow.
There's nothing in this room that catches my eye or anything.
Besides all the gross things.
You
That doesn't catch my eye.
let's see. And you're looking around. You see on the work table, along with the tools and specimens, the table has a small box with drawers that contain glass eyes. One of the eyes is made of wood, and that's all you see in there right now.
Take the wood eye.
Yeah, do you want some eyes? Maybe is it Bebo?
Yes.
Maybe Bebo want. I'm forgetting who you are. I almost got you. Everything's
both
fine.
very
Too
good
many
characters.
D&D. They sound exactly the same. He named his 2 characters Rero Ree and Bebo.
It's a bird.
Okay. You referenced
So I get a
3
lot-
games so far today.
Mixed up. I don't know who I am anymore.
You know, it's fair.
Okay.
Just gonna take the wooden eye and just pocket it.
Oh, you're gonna say just pop it in your
Okay.
eye.
Pop the
Pop
old one out.
Didn't
New
need
one.
that.
Yeah, I'm guessing there might be a slight variation in sight capabilities there. Okay, so all right, so you take the wooden eye, and that's it. So you guys are done with that room,
I
then?
mean, I want to look at the tool a little bit. Like, anything interesting in the tools?
No, other than like I said,
Bone
you
saws,
could tell they're
scalpels.
mostly just tools you might find in a taxidermy shop,
Drills.
workshop. Things to cut up carcasses and fill them full of whatever you fill carcasses with.
Wait, so you... Never mind.
Are there any? There are remains of animals, right? Like kind of
Yeah,
sort of-
there's various carcasses lying
Oh,
around.
okay.
Yeah, so
There's
it's
not,
like,
like-
they're mostly cleared out carcasses. They're not like just sitting there stinking up the room. They probably have already been.
There's no bones or anything.
There's not much in the way of bones.
Okay. If you're done,
Hmm?
okay. I want to sneak my way up the stairs to let my rat through this one. The circle, the stairwell.
Let me see how this works here. All right.
And I did let everyone know that there was droning up the stairs outside.
What's your rat's name?
Oh, all right. So that is the case. So you are going up the circular staircase. You are going up the circular staircase?
Don't know yet.
Wait,
Like
no,
Nick.
wait a second.
She can look backwards.
Are you going up or is your rat going up backward?
Or
Going
like-
up.
Well, there's a
That'd
door
That'd
up
be Kelnick,
there.
yeah.
Kelnick.
His name is Einstein.
Okay.
There's a door up there, so like the rat can't get through on
Is
his
there a
own.
lock on the door? Can you see that?
I'm gonna sneak up
Was
behind
there a
him.
lock on
going-
the door when I first scouted it?
I don't believe the doors are locked, but they're locked on that one. But
I will stealth up the stairs
Yeah, I
and
was gonna
open the
s-
door for the rat.
I was gonna say.
I bet you if we
Um,
find a locked door,
Oh.
Jingle Jingle would have had the key.
Oh my gosh.
Should have brought Jingle Jingle.
yeah, that would have been
Also,
a quiet apartment.
apparently Pavlorna really likes love stories. She's had a ton of love letters in that cabinet.
Love stories,
Taxidermy.
monstrous remains, or
Taxidermy.
animal remains,
She's into making clothes.
fashion.
Okay,
Who
so
is this person?
I need you to roll me a
Someone's just
stealth
really
check.
into cottage core.
Someone really bored.
Stealth check. I get a +4. 16.
Nice.
Okay, so you managed to get up the stairs without making any significant noise that would attract attention.
You guys both going up there?
I think it's just the rat. Oh, unless you're going up it. Just the rat and non-Lorna.
As quietly as I can, I will. Is it like a knob? Is it a knob? What is it? Like a handle? Knob? What's the door situation? Anyway,
Wicker beads?
It's a revolving door.
as quietly as I can once I'm up there, right? I'm crouched down. I have a dagger out just in case, but I'm like crouched down, and I'm going to, as slowly and quietly as I can, turn or flip the handle
Push.
and push the door open enough so that the rat can sneak through.
Which is just like
It's
like that much.
I'm doing everything so slow and methodically, and just very
Okay.
carefully with my knife at the ready, pushing it open for the rat.
Alrighty. So you're letting the rat in, huh?
Mm-hmm. 'Tis the plan. No one wants. Yeah.
As the rat scurries into the scurries into the room.
I also
Squirrels in
take
the
squirm.
It's
Squirms
squirrels.
into the room.
It's a squirrely rat.
Squirrely,
The
squirmy.
the squirrely
Scurrying
rat
rat.
squirms into the squirrely room. Okay.
Well, the last time it was out, it was an owl.
Scurries into the squirrely room. What?
I said last time it was out, it was an owl.
Oh, yeah,
Technically, it's the same creature.
Okay, so he goes in there. He's at
Yeah, same being.
the walls. It's kind of a dark. You kind of see it's kind of a dank hallway covered with scores of portraits depicting grumpy, sad, frightened, angry people. The figures include humans, elves, halflings, bullywugs, goblins, among others. The portraits are rendered in a variety of mediums, including paintings, etchings, sketches. All are displayed in gaudy gilded frames. A framed oval mirror 2 feet wide and 5 feet tall hangs in the middle of one wall.
Another mirror up here, and a bunch of paintings of people. Well, I guess they're not all paintings. Some are etches and stuff.
The rat does find that there are multiple closed doors in here as well, in this hole.
There's a hallway up there, so maybe we can be sneaky up there. But there's a bunch more doors.
Okay.
And another mirror. I wonder what the mirrors mean.
So where I come from, they call these portkeys. Which is what I'm thinking these mirrors might be as a way to travel from place to place. Is that what they call them, portkeys?
I don't know.
I've never heard that. That could be the case.
I don't know anything about magic, so
I know very little about magic.
I know about street life.
Street smarts.
I will call the rat back and go back into my body.
Ooh. Like into your shell?
No. So that I can see out of my
Stop having
turtly
an
eyes.
out of body
As soon as you come
experience.
back to your own, you just see me staring.
I can look with my turtle eyes.
Okay. Quietly.
Crazy.
And I will go into the hallway or whatever I found.
Is it safe
Hope
up there?
that people.
Okay. I would like to be stealthy, but I don't know how loud we've been
Let's
while
sneak up.
searching.
I'm
Let's
also
sneak
going to
up.
be stealthy and quiet. Are we also being stealthy?
Are we all ascending?
So are you all going up the same stairway?
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes, sure, yeah.
We're
What do
gonna
we
stand in the
roll?
line.
Oh, stealth. Do I have to roll again? Yeah, I'll roll again.
What are we rolling for?
Stealth.
I'm assuming.
Yes.
If I can
Give me
get
stealth.
Oh, no.
Oh. 18 plus.
As I was
Something.
crouching to like open the door, I got a really bad cramp in my calf, and so when I went to go into the hallway, I kind of tripped on my own feet and fell down really hard.
And then I tripped and hit you on the ground in front of you.
Oh,
And Alvin
Well-
tripped over me. Yeah.
What did you roll?
I,
One.
A
I also
one coming
rolled
up
a
the
one.
steps. But you are at the top of the steps already. What did you roll?
maybe I broke the step that they were tripping on because I got a 5.
And Bevo, what did you roll?
I got a 19.
Can't take you guys
So,
anywhere.
I shouldn't have crouched.
My
for so long.
total
I
is
didn't-
5.
I need to do
Well,
more calf
Alvin
exercises.
and Kinlick kind of take the lead. You hear like squishing and creaking. The stairs are just really noisy and creaky, and they just seem to not notice as they come up the steps.
Well, I
Um,
can cringe at noise. It's just I can't do anything about it.
It's like, it just goes along. Okay, you're just oblivious to the fact that they're making extra noise. Dacis, on the other hand, and Bebo were able to not add to the ruckus any, so that's sort of good. Up at the top of the stairs, luckily there wasn't a whole lot of issues going on there, but there is give me Non-Lorna and Kinlick, were you first up the line? Who was up?
I was
Who was up?
first.
No, behind
I'm-
you.
I could have been second. I mean, I'm
Okay,
pretty
both of
defensive,
you
so,
roll
yeah.
me a perception.
Okie dokie, artichoke.
16.
What, I don't know what to add to my. Hang on. I got a 14.
Okay. Both of you can hear some rustling up there, like something is moving around, possibly on the floor above you. But you notice something as a result of your coming up the steps. It's just something that you
Is
can.
this different from the droning?
Yeah, it's not a droning sound. This is movement
I think
of some kind.
been detected
No.
I hear some movement.
upstairs. I think she might know we're here. We might have lost the element of surprise.
Okay, so if she doesn't come downstairs, what do we say? What do we do? Because are we here to kill her?
Blend in with the mannequin.
No. Yes, but no.
Okay, so
Blend in
then
with the
we're not.
mannequins.
I'm not. I didn't commission this with a plan, guys. I'm just.
Did anybody?
Hide in the
We
crates.
just need. Are there crates up in the hallway where I am already? I'm up in the hallway.
There's nothing. Oh, well, let's bring you up into the upstairs. Here.
Second floor.
I like your song.
I was practicing.
I want
Just wait till we
the.
get to the third floor.
But you can't dance.
Nope. But I can sing I Don't Dance.
It's because it's
'Cause
not
I'm
actually.
Singing star.
no. What?
My mom went to
Oh,
Fred Astaire.
That's why I can't do it. That computer's
Don't
not
ask
connected.
me.
Okay,
Never
I'm
heard
on
of
the
No,
other computer.
or it might be I won't dance, but
Oh,
think of. It's like a.
that sounds familiar.
Oh, the second floor is
He's
over
got no-
here.
Whoa.
Okay.
Do you have
Where-
guilty feet?
Oh, that's where we end up. Okay, so
Yes.
There's a
I'm
bunch of
Guys
portraits.
are right in this area.
in here. Okay. I'll stumble in. Somebody will fall in behind me
And
again.
you can bring the mirror upstairs because there's one up there too.
I should
And
be.
where's the noise?
It's at the end of the hallway.
This hallway?
The noise they heard is like they heard a noise of movement that was above them, but
I know
as far as other noises around here, you haven't discovered anything yet.
Yeah. Actually, I'm never gonna dance again.
Okay.
Period. dance
Guilty
Why?
feet of God.
He traded it for
gave my-
the eyeglass.
I gave my dance.
That's right. What if? Hear me out, Alvin. What if you find a dance partner who lets you stand on their feet? My dad used to do that when I was younger.
It's contagious.
And like,
Having
is it?
some study on your feet does tend
I'm
to
pretty
break
good
your
with my
dancing a little
feet.
bit.
It's contagious. That would be horrible.
And like,
This
we-
isn't the
you're
time
not-
for the
okay.
conversation.
I'm sorry.
I mean, we're dancing
Yeah, I
for
know a
much
really
taller.
good dance instructor back from my village.
You know, I'm not really into dancing anyway.
6-foot goblin.
What if you meet
That's
like a
cool.
really nice gnome? You're a gnome.
Yes.
What if you meet a really nice gnome and you want to dance with her?
Alvin just
name's
goes. Alvin just
Demo.
goes stern and just goes. I'll never love it.
All right,
Again?
Rat goes in the room,
This is what happened.
the bedroom.
His coworker, he didn't like come to work one day like devastated.
So as you're walking down the hallway there, you notice that the mirror is it's altering your reflection. It's
Oh,
it's
It's a fun house.
your
We're all really stretched out.
it's interesting because as you come up on it, you notice that your face looks very plain, like not like it doesn't have its details, like you have no emotion. Now if you're being as you might be being sneaky or your eyes are a little closed or whatever, this just basically looks like your face is stoic. It's
Okay.
returning a look to you that your face is doing nothing at all.
Hmm.
It's bereft of emotion in its appearance.
interesting.
I'll walk up to the mirror and like with the tip of my dagger see if it like can go through the mirror or if it like hits solid glass.
So you squeeze past me,
And my face is already stoic.
Always.
even after that conversation about dancing.
Yes.
Do you dance?
I accidentally got
So
just,
you're
like,
coming up and
fine.
you're touching the mirror with your dagger?
Just barely trying to see if it'll like barely go in. Like I'm just like as slowly as I can seeing if it's gonna
No.
hit.
When you go, you
Resistance?
notice that it's the mirror kind of like shifts a little when you touch it, but not you can't penetrate it. It's like it's there's something about it you notice, but it's not penetrable in its normal state.
You should talk to it.
We do have an actual mic that you need. That
I don't think that's a good idea. I forget that there's people watching. It doesn't to the 5 people watching at most, 1 person live. Does it really matter if I
I think it probably picks you up whispering.
I don't know.
have to like stage whisper though?
Okay,
I feel weird because I feel like I'm spitting on everybody.
that's fine.
Okay.
So as you're looking at the mirror, give me a investigation check. And yeah, this is not a full-on investigation, but you are inspecting it, taking a
my
closer
God,
look.
that's
So
right.
give me an investigation.
No, I rolled a 5.
You should go look at it.
Well, I rolled a
He's
2.
pretty
good at
It's
searching
plus
things.
3, so it's 5.
Okay, so Daces comes over and also starts looking at the mirror. You don't-
Daces doesn't do any good to Daces.
We're both too distracted by Elvin's
I go up and I
comment
just
about
touch it. I just place
Full
my hand
palm.
on it.
So okay, so when
That's
you
a
both
very
come
tight
over there, you're
corridor,
looking at
guys.
it, and the only thing you guys notice is that no matter what, an expression of frowning, an expression of curiosity, it just keeps coming back stoic. So each of you are kind of looking around, and it's always your face doesn't feel like it's reflecting the same image that you're currently putting at it, having seen somebody trying to be sneaky and stealthy and looking around at it. That's what you've seen so far, but it keeps coming back with just a plain no look at all. Bebo comes over and he's trying to mess with it as well, so give me an investigation check as well. He's trying his own form of Bebo-ness to investigate it.
As people also like goes to put his hand on it, I kind of grab like the back of his cloak, so like if it like sucks a bit, I can like see if I can.
10.
We're really good at this.
Okay, so Bebo, however,
I'll never trust him.
in searching at it, he notices that there's this interesting glue that's kind of holding the mirror in place. It doesn't appear to be able to move, but he can see the outline of what appears to be an opening of some kind, like like if he could figure out how to move this door, it would open. Like there's something there. Like there's like the mirror is covering some kind of opening.
Oh yeah, it's just like something I can get some leverage on. Or just yank it open.
You want me to come take a look?
Can you pry it open with like a knife?
Could be that.
What if you just smash it?
I don't know. But
That'd be
like
kind of loud.
That's-
7 years of bad luck.
Yeah,
What?
goblins don't live that long.
Wow.
That's awfully foreboding. I'm not sure if you want to actually be saying that.
I'm not trying to have bad luck for the rest of my life.
Did you say you have a natural sense of magic or anything like that?
Probably not at this point. I let my detect magic
Oh,
drop.
it's a detect magic thing though. It's not like you have.
I have pretty high arcana.
Give me an Go ahead and give me an Arcana roll.
What is
What's my bad arcana?
Plus 5.
Insane.
But I-
Like
but
minus plus 6.
We did get a conjuring magic from the one downstairs.
Oh, good roll.
Whatever you said it was. Whatever type of magic. Because I did detect magic that, and that that highlighted.
Oh, well, I still don't know if you've been here an hour, but
24.
The heck are these?
It's only a 10-minute duration.
oh, it's only 10 minutes. Maybe that's past.
It's
But
like what?
you
It's
you
literally a
do
weight.
sense that there is some kind of transmutation around this
The
mirror.
sword.
It's a transmutation magic that's surrounding this mirror. Like you figure there's something that can trigger this mirror to change.
I think you need to find a button to press or a lever to pull.
Wait, so is it just like a
Or
regular
magic
mirror?
words
Why
to
would I
say.
But
touch
what
the
if
mirror?
it's like one of those mirrors that like
probably-
you push in and it like pops
No,
out?
I think it's probably magic
Push it.
words.
Push it. I'll give it like a little like see if
Let me
it does
see.
like
What
the
words
pop.
do I know?
You know like how something has like that spring mechanism in it where if you push it it'll like pop
Okay.
out? I'm gonna try that on it.
Wait! That note you found.
Oh.
Oh, they didn't know about the note. You knew about the note because you were there when I
I
found
know.
it.
I was saying that in because I
Mirror.
figured out in person, but I remember it in game that I saw.
You
it.
saw it there. You'll say it to me. Okay. I'll pull it out again and look at the paper and look at the mirror and go.
You're gonna look real stupid on that.
I'm gonna look stupid, Bebo.
I didn't say that. That was in person.
It was Caden.
All right. If you think I should try it, Bebo, I will. Spittle spew.
So, just out of curiosity, you hear her say "spittle spew" to this mirror. How do the rest of you react to this?
Well, you hear Bebo say that paper you found.
Right. Okay. So I hear
me going,
you hear
okay.
Bebo.
Spittle spew?
How is all of your reactions to her saying this? I'm
My
just-
rat is searching the room.
I think that's
so
words.
nobody else even noticed her say that?
I did. I'm disgusted.
What's so disgusting about that?
Where did you come up with that?
To spew spittle? You think of all the magic words someone could say, they would make it spittle
It's
spew?
written on this paper,
Where
Alvin.
did you get that?
In the cabinet downstairs.
There was a cabinet down there?
Yeah, Bebo and I were looking in it.
Oh, was it in that room?
Well, this is what happens with natural ones.
Ah, I see.
Well, I mean, like I knew she was gonna say it, so it wasn't any surprise.
You're
to me.
probably like anticipating it though.
Yeah, I was like.
I'm just saying, if I made the magic word, it would just be mirror. Or like,
It
reflection.
says
That's
spittle
too
spew.
obvious, you know. Just like okay,
Okay, who walks up to a mirror
what's
and
the?
says mirror?
It's like having a key and then leaving
Well,
it like
push
instead of
mirror.
under the mat on top of the mat.
In the
Kinda
lock.
dumb, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you mean.
Okay, well,
When you look, okay, so what about you? And you hear them arguing and stuff. How do you respond to any of this? Anything?
I'm basically just wondering where you came up with the
she
word.
probably looks really confused.
Yeah. Like,
Okay.
what's going on?
Okay. So we will. So the only another thing that you noticed when you were looking at it and you saw that it's attached to the wall is you notice that the glue it's using appears to be sovereign glue.
Oh, I've seen this. I've read about this.
Sovereign glue
Read about it.
is a viscous, milky white substance that can form a permanent adhesive bond between two objects. It has to be stored in a jar or flask in order to not harden. So that's how it's being pinned to this object or to this wall. So you know that there's something else going on with this mirror.
It doesn't react when I say spittle spew.
You notice that when you say spittle spew, that as you're saying the word, it almost looks like it was about to, for a moment, it reflected part of what your face looked like, rather than the normal nothing.
Did you see that?
It was just
No,
just a part of
You say it.
I don't want to. It's kind of gross.
Why is that gross?
You say it.
Sure, I'll say it if I can get up there so I can see
Yeah.
it. Spittle
But
spew.
as you guys are talking and slightly laughing at each other for wanting to repeat this word, or smiling at each other because it appears that's what's going on.
Yeah.
Through your now Lorna, looking back, probably doesn't notice it because she's looking back at him while they're talking, but he notices because he's looking also that his smile is returned as a smile.
Hey.
And as he does that, the mirror begins to the mirror begins to move. And it just kind of starts to swing inward, and like a door opens up behind it.
Uh-oh.
And we're in the void.
No!
What just
That's
happened?
on me, I think. I hit
We're
this
just-
wire.
We just lost. Oh wait, it's not the
Oh, it's
phone
'cause
that's off. It's the.
Hayden.
I think I unplugged.
Hayden.
Oh, did you kick the wire underneath it?
That was good timing.
It's like suddenly it's dark everywhere. The lights went out.
Got sucked into the boss room.
Oh no.
You know, changing Nocturne.
Again.
They're
Okay.
doing a full rework. Okay, so is this kind of like at the point where we
We can enter?
do everything else, then go through it, or
What does my rat see while they've had this whole conversation?
What does he see? Well,
In
you
the
haven't
next-
opened any of the doors, so he
I
sees the same
have-
thing you are.
No, I have.
Oh, what did you open?
I was
open
over in the
one.
bedroom.
Oh, that one right in the middle there? You were
Like,
going.
back here.
Oh, that one in the corner back there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, let me tell you, your rat.
what is the point of this room? I know we
I
haven't been in
definitely
there, but
would have
what is
been part of the
that?
conversation if I wasn't searching.
Okay. Looks into this room as you open it up. The rat kind of runs in. He sees, or you see, a dusty, uncluttered room. Several shadow boxes hang on the wall to either side of a modest bed with moldering linens.
Yeah.
Most of the shadow boxes let's see. Yeah, there's shadow boxes in the back of the room. They're hanging on the wall. So I don't know that there's a way for your mouse to
If I
get up
stand
there.
on the opposite side and look.
Oh, so you, huh?
If I stand on the opposite side of the shadow boxes and look across.
Yeah, they're up. You can't. I mean, all you can do is see that they're there from the rat's point of view.
I can't even kind of see if I'm standing over here and looking,
Oh no, the mirror's attacking us.
and then get
I
that
guess,
get that shallower angle.
Being open, it looks like they're small. From I mean, at the distance
Are
that
they
your
like-
rat be able to see.
Are they like picture height, picture size?
Yeah,
kind of?
they're small. It looks like little
I go
pixies
for a
pinned to
jump?
boards, like a collection of butterflies,
Oh.
from what you can tell.
That's disgusting.
The glass on one
got
of the
weird habits.
boxes has been broken,
She does.
and whatever was in it is no longer there. It appears to be empty.
Okay.
But that's pretty much all you see in there.
Okay. And then I go back to my own eyes and well, the mirror's different.
And I'm just already like stepping through. into the room.
Oh, so
whatever room is
you're
there.
going into the room. Okay, so the room are the stepping through.
Why would you just go in?
I'm sorry, there was a mirror. You said magic words and it moved. Of course I'm going in.
You were mad at my magic word.
Yeah, that changed when it worked.
Let's see here. It says, so as you go in there, you actually come out into a room that is, you step through and you are
The looking
at,
glass.
Oh. So see that you are now, you step through and you're in that L-shaped room behind the steps.
Where'd I go? Oh,
No.
Oh, this one?
Room.
Yeah.
here? Oh.
Oh, sweet. That's the point of that,
Oh.
Caden. Okay.
Hi.
I will also head through, though, cautiously, in anticipation of being killed.
Where are we?
Popping out with a knife, probably like
So,
almost stabbing.
As you
Wow.
step in there, you see,
Space.
there's a moldy scent hangs in the air in the dark.
She really
of
used to
this
clean
hallway.
place.
Think she's got time with all her hobbies? Cleaning is not one of them.
As you're walking through there, you'll notice you can see what is an obviously present door. It's like a secret door. It's blended into the wall, but it's not well hidden from the inside of this room.
Where?
It's on the other side of the
Oh,
hallway
okay.
there.
I will also go through the hidden door, I guess.
Well, it doesn't just immediately open. You can see it, but you can't just push it open.
I punch it open.
Say spittle spew. Spittle spew?
Spittle spew.
Okay.
For everything.
Yeah, well, having
Some
believed
magic
that that's the
code word.
reason the mirror opened, I guess. No, that doesn't do anything. Nothing happens when you talk to the wall.
Time to investigate.
Okay.
What do you do? Door?
There's no like entrance where we came, like at the other side.
Can they go back? Right.
Your detect magic spell is still going, and
I don't have a detect magic.
No, he,
or wait, who opened? Oh no, you just determined it from the thing. Okay, yeah. So while looking around, give me an Arcana check while you're looking at this door.
Good. 22.
From what you can tell, there's no reason this door should be so difficult to open. There's it's got a hinge. It looks like it should open up easily, but there's something else stopping it from opening. You don't know what it is. It's like it doesn't make sense that it wouldn't open.
Does it swing
by the hinges, does
into
it push
us?
It would swing towards you,
Oh.
so there's no reason for it to be. I mean, it wouldn't be blocked, but for some reason, it just won't open.
Okay, let's pull as hard as we can.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Both of us pulling on the door.
The door doesn't want to budge.
You don't even want us to make a strength check? Come on.
Nope.
That's not fun.
The door just doesn't seem
Try
interested
pushing?
in opening for
Maybe it's
you,
a push door.
by brute force.
Okay, let's push it.
No, the lack of push-pull sign did not make a difference. It,
I,
Are we sure it's not a pull?
Wait, is there a handle on this door?
There's
there
a
a doorknob?
little opening where you can get your hand in it. Like it's not really meant to be an actual
Is there a
handle, but
doorknob?
there's a grip that would make it possible to pull it open if it were to actually open.
Does it need to be greased?
Possibly. I mean, how do the hinges look?
It looks like they would work. I mean, they don't look rusted or anything. It just looks
I
like
don't think we need
there's
that much grease. I think
something
it's just...
preventing the door from opening.
Bet you there's more magic words.
Open sesame.
Yeah,
Open
that
sesame.
doesn't. Nothing happens when you
Mirror.
What?
Sesame.
Sesame?
Sesame.
Sasami. Sashimi. I don't know. It's not working.
As they start throwing random words at the door, it does not seem to be interested
okay,
in
wait,
opening.
Sashimi.
Bavlorna's beef book. Okay. No, none of these words work. Okay. She probably wants this back, huh? Think I should give this back.
I don't know if she's here.
there's movement, so she might be home.
Oh. One thing you notice while you guys are all standing around there, it's just the two of you, right?
Oh, us two in here.
Yeah. For some reason, you guys didn't notice it at first, but because proportionally, it's the same. But Lorna realizes that she looks up slightly and realizes the door is much taller than she would have expected it. And realizing that the wall behind you is much higher than you would have expected it, while for you, it's probably gone from what would normally be 3 times your height. It's more like 6 times your height right now. The door is, and you'll.
That's a big door.
It's a Wonka hallway.
Oh.
So yeah, the room is just. You've noticed. It appears that you guys have shrunk.
There's probably some rhyme with, I don't know, size or growth or shrink.
Are we smaller, or is the room just bigger than we anticipated?
What if it's both? Now that can
Like, what if it just goes up 2 stories instead of 1?
maybe.
Actually, I guess it's more like 20 times your height. That door. So the door's gigantic.
It just keeps growing.
And oddly, and so that's pulling the doors from your tiny position.
Okay,
You
I'm
didn't
starting to get a
notice
little claustrophobic.
We're tiny.
And I live in a really tiny room.
We're tiny, and this is
This
ginormous.
room would be gigantic to you.
That's the problem.
It's the opposite of claustrophobia.
You're right. I'm just disoriented. I don't know what is this. Huh?
Is it agoraphobia?
Agoraphobia?
I don't know.
That's when
Calm
you don't want
down.
to go outside.
Let's just head back.
You're
The
right.
wide open
We should-
spaces.
We should head back before
So this
the
time
room
as-
grows further.
As you
We
start
can't
walking
protect
back, you start noticing that the hallway appears to be shrinking. And you are, once again, as the closer you get to the door, the exit, you start to become more normal size by the time you hit the end of the hallway.
This is weird. For what purpose does she use this?
Pranks. Probably.
She just pranks, like, what, intruders?
I mean, I would do that.
It's hard to get into this area anyway.
I would do that if I had company.
Is there, like, a small, maybe, like, passage? I don't know.
There's got to be some secret.
Maybe that's why you guys
Do
couldn't
I
push
hear
the
them
door.
talking in the walls?
Well, we're trying to be quiet because we don't want her to hear us either.
Well, as they come closer to the opening again, you can start hearing them whispering or talking to each other, even if
Okay.
it's a normal voice, but you hear them coming back.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just thinking about walking up to the
Can we
to the
pop back
opening to
out
say,
with
"How's it
a
going?" in
mirror
there?"
or whatever? Pop out back out?
Could we see anything through this door or no?
No, you didn't see anything through it. It's just a very obvious door that you just couldn't pull open. But again, it was interesting because when you pulled on it, there was a handle for you to pull,
Mhm.
even at your height.
Stop.
I think we were just too small. Oh, hi.
What'd you see?
A weird hallway that shrinks you as you walk down it.
Or a weird hallway that grows as you walk down it.
That too. We're not 100% certain.
We have a theory. We have many theories.
You can't open the door at the end, but maybe we need more people.
We
It
might.
starts out
There's
the
a-
same size.
Yeah, as
That's
we
what
were
we're
walking
saying.
down the hallway, we were either we were shrinking or the room was getting larger as we kept walking, and things were not the normal size that they should be, and like grew like 20 times the size of what they should be.
Okay.
So
Maybe it's just because it's a really big door. Maybe
Or
we
Bob
all need to
Lorna's
be.
like a giant or something.
I don't think that's the case.
That's
Have
entirely
she would be able
possible.
to-
mystery.
Because she wouldn't be able to stand in the first part of that hallway.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
So what is the purpose?
That's a great question.
Is it just that hallway?
Yeah, there was just a hallway and there was a door at the end.
What?
Hmm.
You guys are joking.
Go see for yourself.
I go in there and I go in there.
I start checking the next room.
Yeah, I'll follow with you on that.
Yeah.
Perplexed.
The
guys.
dining room.
Wait, what if can I stand like halfway in between? And so I have big hands.
Are you
I think it
guys?
happens gradually.
Are you guys leaving that secret room and checking out the other room?
Yeah.
I am, yeah.
All right. So Kinlick's checking out the other room, and you are seeing. Make sure I'm looking at the right room so I don't Google. Okay. This room has 2 exits from what you can tell. Above each door, mounted on a wooden plaque, is a severed goblin head with its mouth agape. Other furnishings include a sideboard, 2
It's a
cupboards
goblin.
with doors made of wood-framed glass, and a large banquet table covered with plates of elf-eaten food and swarm of feasting flies. A chandelier hangs above the table, its tallow candles filling the room with dim, flickering light. 6 mismatched chairs flank the table, 3 chairs per side.
Oh, we entered down there.
I wonder if there's some sort of birthday party happening.
We're talking about this room, right?
I come back from being in there. I'm like, you know,
Where's
guys,
the
maybe
door
we
to
should
that?
just go.
As he starts
In the
walking
middle.
into that room,
Oh,
though, I'll
here?
kind of cover
Towards the back.
I'll cover Bebo's
Oh.
eyes so he doesn't see the goblin face. Be like, don't look,
Cool.
don't look, Bebo, don't look.
Why?
Can I go
I
in there and
missed
investigate?
It's better if you don't.
Do you want to investigate?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and give me an investigation.
We are. I would also like to do that. Search for.
Yeah.
Investigate.
It was an 8.
We'll go investigate.
7.
19.
Woo!
You
Wait.
looked at me with such like desperation in your eyes in that
Come on,
moment.
people. You guys are really bad at looking
I
around.
lied.
No, I've never seen someone
It's-
look at me like so
it's
like
14.
desperately
My bad.
hopeful, like bro.
That
Like,
was
And
an
you're
8
the-
with my plus
And you're
6.
the intelligence character. You're supposed to be really, really good at this.
So,
Right.
anyway,
1 and then a 2.
So-
I forget. I
The
have
two
advantage because of my
investigators
eyeglass.
come in and they don't see anything odd.
but
I mean, it
Beef
just
comes
looks like a
in,
room, a
though.
dining room. Whatever. You see a couple odd decorations, nothing of significance. And after a short time of looking, and Lorna also looking around, starts to wonder why. No wonder they didn't make a lot of money. They didn't even notice that inside these goblin heads, there's something looking back at me.
Inside the heads.
She gives him a closer look and she sees like the eyes of something look, but no reaction from it. It just kind of blinks at her as she looks back at and it's in the mouth of these agape goblin heads.
Guys, there's something in the goblin mouth.
What?
It's watching. That's disgusting.
I'm sorry.
Did you say it's watching us?
It's watching us. There's something.
Okay. I'm going to cast my detect magic so it happens instantly.
And it lasts how long? 10 minutes?
10
is it?
minutes.
I'm like running a firebolt. Like
Don't know where they aim.
You don't see much magical in this room. You do notice that there's a little bit of magic that appears to be kind of surrounding the mouth of the goblins also.
So divination probably.
It's
Divination's
almost like
scrying or something.
in the looks of magic, it almost looks like it's coming from the inside of the mouth. It's like it's just a sense of, it's not the head itself. It's whatever she saw is what's causing that magic presence.
If someone's spying through these mouths, it would probably be divination magic. Okay.
Divination, sure.
Did you ask
Can I try and pull the thing out of the mouth?
Yeah, you can try to grab whatever's inside there.
Be careful.
I'm gonna.
Whatever bites you.
What is it? What am I holding?
You kind of reach in there and you grab what's it looks like a tiny hag of sorts.
Hey.
Yeah, it's like it's very small, and from what you can recall from previous conversations about Lorna, it looks kind of like she would look, except it's tiny, and it's kind of squirming once you've grabbed it. And it's trying to get away from you.
I impale it with my dagger.
It's like right before you, as you bring the knife up to go to take it out, it's like no, I can give you information. Don't. I'm sorry. Please don't hurt me. Don't hurt me.
Are you informing Lorna where we are? Are you reporting back to her right now?
Not right now. No. That's yes, that's what I'm here for. But that's not what I'm doing at the moment. I have to go back to her. I'm not actually doing it at this moment.
Is there
Do
another
I?
one?
Can I insight check her?
Sure.
The thing?
I'll grab the other one.
I was gonna
Or
say, how many are there?
the other
Oh,
goblin
no, I
head.
didn't grow really.
There's two goblins.
As you look into the other goblin head, you also see the something glare back at you, and it has that same kind of
Oh, I
somewhat
only got a
magical
9.
effect.
I got a 9.
And although it kind of cringes to the back of the mouth, and you reach in there and grab it, and it also, oh no, help me, we'll give you whatever you want, whatever we can.
Are there any more? or
Julian,
just two?
hold this.
You.
Julian, hold it.
Julian's holding him. Julian,
Squish it. What?
Julian just looks at you and puts his arms down like he has no interest in holding this
Alright, fine.
this
I
thing
got
for
it.
you.
I'll take it.
Is Balvona here in her hut right now? I'm asking that.
Oh, you're asking?
I'm asking. I'm gonna look at you and not the
With-
thing in my hand.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is it real?
This pencil's my dagger, you guys.
She's
I'm just like looking. Is it real hair? Like,
Chicken nugget sized humans.
yes.
How many are your chicken
She's like,
nuggets,
she's
bro?
like, yes,
It's just a-
Bob Lorna is here. She's here in the cottage.
Does she know we're here?
I don't know if she knows you're here. We don't. I mean, we don't. We're not connected that well. But she does know. She's very aware of what goes on in her cottage in most cases.
What do you know about the Archfey Sibilna?
What do you know about the Archface builder?
And how Bob Lorna is keeping her captive.
Bob Lorna's keeping her captive.
Are you just mirroring everything I said?
Yes! I'm
Why
not
don't you
an
walk
inquisitive
over
one.
by her.
You're an investigator, bro.
Yes, of things, not of people.
We're not kept in that, but we can tell you that we don't know all of the details of what they've done with Sibilna. We're just her servants here in the cottage. We keep an eye out on things for her. We can tell you that there is a portal here in the cottage that will also take you to the Witchlight Carnival if you like.
We came from
I
there.
love the carnival. I mean, we've been there.
Wait, what? Where does the portal come out in the Witchlight Carnival?
But we'll tell you how to use the mirror if you promise to set us free.
That's how we
I
got
don't
here in the
need
first
to-
place, was a mirror, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I'm wondering if there's another mirror in the Witchlight Carnival leading to here.
Maybe there is.
There probably is.
Maybe there's one in here
I
that
think
we
it'd
could
be
go.
important to know because I don't think it's a good idea for
You're right.
Bob Lorna to have access to that. I don't want her coming near our realm at all.
That's a good point. And I think it'd be a good escape route for us because, I mean, it's not that easy. There's no direct route normally. Like, at least so we were told about going back home.
Okay.
What can you tell us?
Oh, okay. The mirror is downstairs in the pool.
Mm.
It will. All you have to do is speak the magic words to it. It's a special phrase we've heard Bob Lorna talk it every time she goes through it. What is the word? They start yelling at it. It says I can't. And the other one reaches out. She says it's Blunder Scratch. No, not Blunder Scratch.
Spew?
It's Bangle Stash.
Bangle.
No, the other one's no, not Band. It's a Bandercatch. Like no, it's not Bandercatch. You know it's not Bandercatch. It's Bandy Crasher.
Bandersnatch?
Oh, don't be silly. It's not Bandy Crasher. And the other, they're just going back
Banders-
and forth. And one says it's Bumble Snatch. No, wait, no, it's not Bumble Snatch. And the last one goes Babble Scrabble. They go yeah. No, wait, maybe. It's something like that. It sounds like that. Babble Scrabble. That can't be right.
Bingo bobble.
And they're like confused. They know that it sounds similar to what they're
Definitely
saying.
starts with a B.
Definitely starts with a
Yes,
B.
definitely starts with a B and doesn't end with one.
With my
I mean,
incredible intelligence,
to be
can I solve
fair-
this? Can I crack this case?
Bandersnatch?
We have all these
that-
clues.
Bandersnatch! Yes!
Ah.
Yes! Bandersnatch!
I didn't even
That's
need to be-
it!
Oh, you're so smart.
Casey brought it up. That sounds like a kid's fairy tale.
Isn't that the monster in like Harry Potter?
No.
The dog with multiple heads.
We're gonna run into a Jabberwocky.
What?
Dude, that'd be sick.
I don't know what we're
Make it
talking-
happen. Do like an Alice in Wonderland campaign.
We've gone through the looking glass. Now we're talking about a Bandersnatch.
We shrunk.
We shrunk. You shrunk.
This is
Yeah.
Alice in
Oh,
Wonderland.
Bandersnatch. Isn't that the
Banderhob.
dragon?
No.
That's
the
the
Jabber-
Jabberwock. Yeah.
The Bandersnatch.
He
is
doesn't know literature.
the other poem.
It's like the big. It's like a big dog, isn't it?
I recognize that poem from my child.
We got the stuffed animal Cerberus in. It's literally so rotund, and it's just got 3 dog heads.
Cerberus from what? No, like what? I understand that it's the Greek mythology,
story?
but like what version of?
Many stories.
The
that
one with
Cause,
3
like-
heads.
No, I mean like
It's just a stuffed animal.
The Cerberus?
Is it
It's
from
just
a
a regular-
game, or?
I mean, but like yeah, like who? What's the design?
It's a stuffed animal that's got like a little tail, and it's just, and then 3 dog heads.
So it's like not affiliated with any sort of like.
No.
Okay.
Not a Harry Potter.
What's
thing.
the brand?
Squishable.
Okay.
Okay.
You said Bandersnatch?
Bandersnatch.
Makes me think of the Banderhob. You ever heard of that?
No, I'm not. Have you heard of a Jabberwock?
Never. I guess we all can learn something, huh?
You never heard of a Jabberwock? You need to watch Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, I haven't watched that in years.
These are just children's stories.
Isn't there a Jabberwock in
Just
Star
read some
Wars?
Well, it
Lewis
was
Carroll.
the pinnacle of the story. I mean, it's like, if you watched it at all, that's like the one thing
Okay,
people
good.
remember
Not
is the
like the
Jabberwock.
Disney version though.
Isn't Jabberwock from Star Wars too?
Jabberwock?
What are you talking
That's
about?
Jabba the Hutt. Little
Jawas?
different.
Jawas?
Very different.
Wow.
Actually, what's the latest one? That
It's
came out?
7:30.
Good.
While you guys have taken care of these guys, let's take a quick 10-minute break before we continue.
I feel like we're just talking gibberish to each other. This is
So we'll say
None of this. I don't understand.
7:43ish.
What's the latest Alice
Claw
movie
snack,
that came
Snicker
out?
snack.
'Cause it was pretty good.
No, that's the Vorpal Sword.
Snicker snack? Is that what you're saying?
Did either of you guys see the Batman movie yet?
Mm-mm.
I thought it was good. I thought it was fun. And I'm watching Jujutsu Kaisen tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I think
the
we were
movie.
planning on doing that too.
Yeah.
What's that?
Hmm?
What's that?
Jujutsu Kaisen,
What's
the
that?
movie.
It's a movie?
Are we gonna go see that on
Is it an
Friday?
anime movie?
Wait, isn't it out this week?
Yeah.
Comes out tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday.
Well,
There's
I
actually-
know what happens in it because I read volume 0. What comes out tomorrow?
Wait.
Jujutsu
What?
Kaisen.
It's volume
Yeah.
0.
Jujutsu Kaisen. It's an anime movie.
Oh.
Comes out in theaters. Technically
You want me to
today.
spoil it
A
for
few
you?
places are open.
I haven't been to a movie
You're gonna
in
give me
2
that
years.
after kid. I'm gonna start telling you everything. Or tell you what, 2 truths and a lie. You have to determine what's
Wait,
actually
who?
2 truths.
Ass! Oh my god. Back to back. I cannot. I'm dead.
I don't understand
What?
that.
I don't know.
Either with the when. Did I ask in the who? Ass. Back to back.
I see. Nobody heard the diss, but if we'd had it, would have
It
been
would have been way better.
fun. I've not read it because I'm not, but I'm gonna watch it and it's gonna be sick.
Don't spoil.
Spoil don't.
You just get named.
What is IMAX with laser?
I think
What?
it's just a fancy thing, fancy word.
It's just a fancy.
I don't
word.
think there's anything
Lasers
better.
in there. Ooh, a laser.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're in the room. You have two two of the
Lorna May.
what they call what they refer to as Nornlings.
Nornlings?
She made these? That's gross.
That's what these little creatures are?
Yes.
I'm really tempted to put you on strings.
Oh, please don't do that. Just we won't tell her nothing. We'll just go hide in
Are you
our
made
in our
of
cover.
real hair? Is it real hair? Does it feel like real hair? Does it feel like real skin?
Yeah, they kind of have their skin feels kind of loose on them, and it's like the hair is real, but it's stringy.
Gotta tighten the skin.
It's kind of
Well, Friday night
like
we
if
can-
it was an old. They're like little old ladies, kind of
Animal parts?
kind of fat.
Are
Small,
you made of
but
cowhide?
kinda wily.
You know, we found that other room.
That's true, we
with,
did. She probably made you. Ew. I don't want it. Kinlick, you want it? Kinlick,
he didn't
you want it?
No.
You want
I
to eat
don't.
it?
I don't want to deal with that juju.
Mm-mm.
You don't want to eat it?
I could eat it.
Oh my gosh! Oh no! That's sick! No, please don't!
Out of the mouth of one goblin into the other.
I mean, if that's what we're doing,
At least take it. I don't want it anymore.
alright, I'll hold it.
Okay.
And I'll like fake eating it, see what it does.
It just screams. No!
You know, it's making a lot of noise. Maybe we should shut it up.
Where,
Do I have any-
No.
Do I have any of that like honey, and they can just like
What?
Oh, from the like beer,
yeah
the honey beer or whatever.
bumblebee.
Bumblebee.
wasn't honey.
Could have been.
What was honey?
In my
It was
head.
Bumblebeer.
In my head, it was very sweet.
Remember
Went
comes
down
from
like honey.
bumblebees? Honey.
It was made out of bumblebees, not the honey.
Aren't bumblebees made of honey?
It was made. It was called bumblebeer because bumblebees are associated with honey.
But bumblebees don't make honey. Honeybees make honey.
But bees are associated.
Lorna, you're really
honeybees
serious about
bumble.
bees.
Bumbling is what bees do.
Not all bees.
All and honeybees bumble. That's what the sound
No,
of
bumblebees
Is that
bumble
what
because
you
they're
heard
bigger
up the
and
other
fluffy.
staircase?
And then honeybees are
Bees?
they buzz.
You know the buzz sound you hear? That's bumbling.
That's not
So during this
bumbling.
All right,
discussion,
folks.
is everybody else doing anything?
Yeah, I know, right?
You all just watching the
We
debate?
both also have one of the little like things that we're discussing.
Swinging it around while they're talking.
I'm just like trying to follow.
I'm using it as a microphone.
So
You're
anyway,
pretending to eat it anyway. So you're just
And the
like,
one in his hand is just like.
So if Barcelona didn't know we were here, she might now.
oh, that's a good point.
It's been a long
Here.
day, you guys.
Let me. Who has them?
I have one. He has one, and Bibo has one.
Here, Bebo. I'll take it for a second.
Okay,
Can
I
you-
pass.
I toss and then I toss it to my and then I feed it to my rat.
Oh my god!
Oh no!
Well, they're probably about as big as your rat, so you know it fights with the rat a little bit, scrambles and
first.
And
I want to see who wins.
takes
this
off
fight.
scrambling across the floor, and the rat's in pursuit, but so far it's eluding the rat.
Why would you
It's
do
running
that?
around the room.
Does your rat like cooked food?
No, I don't think it cares that much.
Firebolt it. I'm gonna firebolt the whole thing that's running.
Okay, if you're... Okay, so... The Nornling as you take your shot, it...
I don't think we should let these
give
things
me
live.
a...
12
Roll
to hit.
initiative.
Oh, roll initiative.
Wow.
Whoa. Okay. Wait.
For the little thing?
Now 1 for a 10.
And roll me your initial... Oh, what did you roll, a 7?
It was 7 plus 5, so 12 to hit.
12. Yeah, that didn't hit it. It just kind of shoots right next to it, and it
Got it.
stops and turns, and
What are we
just in
fighting?
self-defense, it gets up and
The
it's
Norn
ready
Lynx
to...
now.
It's decided it needs to
Just
fight
a 1, I
back.
think. Oh.
Am I rolling initiative?
Anybody who wants to
Oh, no,
deal
I
with
wish I was
this
inside.
quickling, or Nornling, sorry.
I'm just standing in the corner holding mine, like, what is going on?
So they start taking shots at the Nornling. So we have Alvin, who took a shot at the Nornling,
9.
and Bebo, who's also going to start chasing after it.
Your initiative's 9?
Mhm.
Alright, mine's 10, so.
21.
Let's go!
So they all start running after the Nornling, trying to deal with it. So we got Alvin had a 10,
Yeah.
and Bebo, what'd you roll?
9.
I guess I'll technically win. Since I'm technically part of
Use your turn to just
I'm
laugh
just
at
in the
us.
room. I technically am 25.
The one time you get a good initiative roll and it's not massively
Well, she
important.
gets them okay. It's Kinlick that's usually...
You just roll low, but you have
You
a
said
good bonus.
25?
Yeah, because that's 17 plus 7, right?
24 then.
That's
Oh, 24. Sorry, I
Same
can't
bit.
math. That's
What did you roll, Dacis?
21.
I see why this had to happen though.
Is there any
Well,
way I can send Ruby after
Because
after
you
the
started
rat-
shooting at
after
it? What did Sir Julian roll?
Oh, great question. 4.
Sir Julian's not interested in what's going on. He's like, what is all this nonsense? Okay, so is that everybody?
No.
Who am I missing? Kinlick. Where's Kinlick? Did Kinlick fall off?
What are these things made out of again? Like straw, we said?
I think it's like old woman,
They're just like little
like made of.
They
old
look like a
woman.
mini person. They feel like
They're
a mini
little-
person.
fey creatures. What'd you roll, Kinlick? Just whether you're taking part or not, what'd you roll?
1.
Ouch.
He's with Sir Julian in his care for this
Not
encounter.
care. Reaction.
His reaction to this encounter. He's in an observatory state at the moment. Okay, so with this thing, with Alvin having taken a shot at him and splatting on the floor and it's running around, what do you want to do now, Lorna, with this going on?
Hit it with the other
No, I was
one.
gonna say, that's what I was gonna say was chuck the other one at it. Yeah.
I need you to roll me strength. Oh wait, who had the other one?
I'm holding the other one.
Give me a strength check.
I'm not very strong.
You got this.
What do you mean? It's like, but it should be a strength versus their strength, right?
Maybe.
Is this a
46.
saving throw or just a straight strength?
Just straight strength.
14, because I rolled a 15.
Okay, so it starts wiggling, trying to get out of you, and you're managing to hold on to him. He hasn't managed to break free of you
Just
yet.
bite it.
Calm down. I can still use you.
They're hostile.
They're a little scared for their lives at the moment. All right,
I understand.
so
And then
Basis, you're up.
well, I'm not done with my turn.
what did you? Oh, okay.
And then I will tuck this one into my other pocket like I have my mouse and just be like, just stay there. It's fine.
Make friends with my mouse, and then
Your mouse is in there. This thing's
No,
like,
in the opposite one. The mouse.
how big
is
are your
one, and I
pockets?
put
They're
the
not
other
this
thing in.
small. I mean,
No, like
they're as big as the rat. I mean, they're
Well,
hardy
like,
inside.
They
I
fit in
have
the mouth of
like
a head.
sit it in there, kind of tuck my coat over it, like.
Okay,
We're
so
good.
you're holding it with your coat. All right, what are you gonna do, Daces?
Well, I want to tell Ruby to go get it.
you can definitely do that.
Okay.
So, Ruby, go grab that thing and bring it to me.
So Ruby runs over, and so
over.
you want her to bring it to you. So make a grapple.
Yeah, you can do a grapple with
Yeah.
the stats.
Where is it?
Try to grab
That's
the
pretty
thing.
sick.
We'll say it's over in the corner, opposite Kinlick, in the corner over there.
I thought the rat was
Opposite
going at
corner.
it though.
Yeah, no.
What do I
I
add?
tossed it to my
for
right.
Yeah, there's a rat running around. While the
Where's
ran
Ruby's
around, the
stats?
rat was chasing it, and then the
Oh,
firebolt
yeah.
came in to chase after it too. So
Okay.
What do I add for grapple?
Just,
Athletics
Yeah, so
Um,
strength.
Strength.
versus their athletics or
So is
acrobatics.
that minus
oh
3?
yeah, let me roll there.
So 15.
You got an 18 minus 3.
Wow. So these guys,
-3 to your strength?
With
For Ruby, yeah.
Oh,
With the
okay.
Not
servant.
her.
The strength is a 4. Only a 4, but
well, what did you roll?
I rolled an 18 and her strength is minus 3.
Oh, jeez.
So 15.
Well, it's also a very small creature, and she's terrified, and she got into the corner of the room. So so Ruby was able to, because she was already feeling cornered and not knowing where to run, she was unable to squirm free as Ruby comes down and grabs her with her claws and starts to flap up into the air. So in that, she keeps squirming. She's trying to break free, and
That means you'll have to roll again.
roll me a strength
What are
check
you trying to do?
for Ruby.
For Ruby. Is that a 16? So 13.
Yeah, she can't get away right now.
That's
She's
so
she's
good.
struggling to break free. The other one tries to break out of Lorna's pocket, but she can't, or out of her jacket, and she's having trouble. She can't get out of her pocket either. So they're
Calm
squabbling.
down. It's fine.
Start
It's fine.
suffocating.
It's fine. Chrissy. No, not
Alvin,
actually. Not
you're up.
actually.
Oh, great, cool. The one that you're holding it and grappling, I'm just gonna shoot.
You're gonna shoot at it with
Just don't hit Ruby!
I won't. 13.
she's fighting, and Ruby's doing this bit, trying to stay in the air, and your shot goes right past them. You can't get
I'm really not good at
get a
this.
shot at her. Bebo.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna. So we have the one snatch.
Well, she's got one in her coat,
Oh, no,
trying to
she-
hold it
they
in.
They don't
the other
know
one,
that.
Ruby's
the
flying
bullshit.
around the room with. Well, they would know you have it because they know you have it.
So are we killing them? Are we killing
Yes.
No.
them? Okay, so I
We
try.
can use them to navigate the.
I at least I aim for the one that Ruby's holding with a knife. My addition. It's not damaged, is it?
No.
Not that it matters yet, but. Okay, so I get plus 15.
Again, with all of the bouncing around in the air and fluttering, your dagger just swoops right by him.
What?
Tough.
Why? I have really good aim. There's no way. It's against their AC. I'm throwing again. Okay, I got 9.
Yeah, that one's not any more accurate. It bounces off the ceiling as they go higher up against the roof for the moment, bobbing up and down. Sir Julian.
Is he interested in bothering with this?
It's something to fight with. He's up for fighting.
From 10 feet away.
He pulls out his crossbow, takes a shot.
That would be I think it's
that what he's carrying? A crossbow?
He has a heavy crossbow because his sword's been stolen.
Yeah.
So 16 to hit.
He manages to strike the quick one.
Yo. That's 11 piercing damage.
Oh,
Rolled a 10 for the
they've got high.
D10. High dexterity. Huh?
Yeah.
There you go. Take it.
Just goes.
And when I logged in, I got the login.
You said 11?
Mm-hmm.
Just lost it.
11 points of damage.
And she like squeals. Ah! And what did you hit her with? A bolt?
Yeah.
A crossbolt?
Giant
And that
crossbow.
bolt is like pierced right through her side, and it's kind of coming out. She's alive, but she's not struggling as much in the flight.
Do you like roast creatures? You can now roast it.
It's
It's just kebab.
Kinlick, you're up.
Oh, already? The whole line. Okay.
Lightning bolt.
Probably not.
Yeah, don't hurt Ruby.
Maybe not this.
I'll just cast
I can
my
kinda shoot her that way.
shillelagh. I'm trying to thwack it.
Tries to bat it out of Ruby's hands,
Yeah,
claws.
Pinata.
as a 15.
Nope, it's a whiff. It's partly Ruby's fault. She's trying to bring it back to Dacis, and he missed. So, now Lorna.
Is this like a window? Is there like a balcony out here that I can see?
Just gonna throw it off the edge.
I thought about it.
Can it fly? It hasn't seemed to be able to yet.
Let's see. You're in the dining room.
Throwing it, just dropping it in the drink.
There is a balcony right outside of the dining room.
Okay, I will walk out onto the balcony,
Is there a blender anywhere?
and I will take the other one out of my pocket and yeet it off the balcony. Just be like, be free!
And yeah, okay. So you throw her over the balcony, and you hear splish. You hear a splash, and you can hear her going, and she's just kind of splashing around in the water
Hope
below
it
you.
can't swim.
And then she turns into a
I gave it a good chance compared to the slaughter that's happening in the other room.
She's not really drowning, but she's not used to being in the water. She's struggling.
You're a pretty brooding character. You're rather kind to enemies.
I feel like she's had a. You
Um,
know, we're in the middle of battle. We're not having this conversation.
Dacis, you're up.
I could have Ruby just do the same thing and take her out the window and drop her.
You're right. Just do that.
Especially now that
Man.
she's
Like, you
injured.
could just have Ruby just.
What is Ruby's movement?
Oh, it is only. It's 30 feet flying.
Nice.
Only 20 feet.
Well, you dash and drop.
So let's say you're in the middle of the room heading back. So she's kind of like opposite Kinlick on the other side of the table. And
So she's too far.
She
so
can
how
dash
many?
out.
How much from about the
30. It's from the corner to the doors.
No,
and out is 30
I put her
feet.
about the middle of the table, so she could probably be.
Oh, then she could be way
She
out
could be
there.
out there. So she gets outside. She can get over the balcony.
Okay.
And then just
Can't
drop.
you get back
And
in?
she's just gonna let. Well,
Well, it doesn't
she
matter.
can
She
can let
says
her
to
go, and yeah,
Okay.
she lets her go
Yeah.
over the balcony. She reaches for the
Yeah, let me
balcony, and
just
just
let
kind of
her-
misses. Splash! And she lands next to her friend out there, and they're both just kind of trying to get out. And Ruby turns around and lands on the edge of the balcony.
My widow.
I'll pet Ruby. And then hide my mask on and walk away.
So yeah, so you do that.
She's friendly.
You
too.
can hear them. You hear like, I don't know, a dog paddling, strafing in the water. I mean, they're not necessarily drowning or screaming, but they're down. in the
What
water.
about that one with the arrow and it's.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, she probably wants to go take care of that at some point.
How's she gonna swim with an arrow in her side?
Well,
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
pretty
it's
rough.
probably pretty uncomfortable. That's for sure. It's not,
Did we see blood come out when she
Lynn's working. Yeah, it's probably a little bit of blood kind of pooling around her. She's gonna want to get that.
I want to investigate the blood.
Investigate the blood in the water. Oh,
No,
you mean
no.
along the way?
Yeah, on the.
Oh,
on
water.
the ground.
Feel free to pick up some blood.
No, I just want to look at it.
It's
Just want to look at it with my magnifying glass.
I'm gonna go see what's in this
It's a
door.
little unusual. It has, as you're looking at it, it does have kind of an unusual look compared to other animals you've seen over like in Baldur's Gate or in your own realm. Here it's got an interesting response to movement and touch. It's just it's a weird substance compared to normal blood.
The creature might be magical. That's all I know.
So, how soon until do you think it'll take Lorna to notice that they're gone?
I think they said that they
go to her to
they
talk to her.
screamed.
Yeah.
I think one or both screamed.
I'm gonna try this door.
Give me a perception check, Kinlick. Faintly, you and faintly you hear kind of just some commotion a little bit. It sounds like commotion, but it's coming from a little ways away. I mean, it's somewhere in the rooms around you.
Someone's moving somewhere.
Above?
It
Below?
sounds a little bit not just movement. I mean, it's like you can hear like sounds like rustling, like something's going on in another room.
I
Little
think
commotion.
someone's definitely alerted to us.
No.
Try this door.
So you're gonna try the room.
Yeah, next to it.
Okay, that is. As you kind of open that door, you don't see any creatures or anything in there. You see a contraption. It's made of entangled copper tubes, connects to a pot-bellied boiler and a dozen cylindrical containers, which in turn sprout even more tubes that feed into buckets.
It's a still.
The barrels are clustered into the
Distillery.
southeast corner, and work table in one corner of the room has bits of copper, metalworking, tools thrown about it. There's light filtering in through the green diamond-shaped panes of glass set into the window.
The moonshine.
Oh.
Okay, I'll walk in.
Yeah, let's go in.
Move me in there.
Move the map a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, you can definitely see there's something going, some kind of liquid coming out of there, out of this mess of copper tubes.
I'm gonna walk right up to it.
Yeah, what is it? What's in there?
Let's look at it.
The structure appears to be kind of fragile. It's like it's just set up very poorly, and it's amazing that it's working at all.
What's in it? What's the?
A liquid?
Yeah, what's the liquid?
It appears to be some kind of, from what you can tell, the smell of it appears to be some kind of alcohol. It has a earthy smell to it, like something like some vegetation that you may be familiar with, but you can't quite place it. Just from around here.
I'm gonna try to sip some. Just like it.
Yeah, it definitely is. It has a mushroomy taste. And it definitely got an alcohol.
She's cooking shrooms.
Alcohol flavor to it.
Yo, guys, try this. Gotta try this.
It's alcohol flavored.
It's pretty potent in odor as well.
It smells. Not as bad as the rest of the house, though.
I mean,
Comparable.
I don't know if I necessarily trust the lady who does taxidermy to make some good alcohol.
Did I like it? How did I feel about
Isn't it St. Patrick's Day?
It is.
Yeah. For a few more hours,
it?
but not many.
You know,
You're not seeing much green.
Realizes at 8.
are you a drinker?
Alvin is a drinker. Sometimes excessively.
So in that case, compared to what you've probably tasted before, this is pretty bad.
I'm wearing green. That counts.
That's yellow, you weirdo.
Based on
a
experience
That's
with alcohol.
yellow.
Try this.
Your glasses have the green going on.
You do?
Yeah, I got green.
Got
Yeah,
green tape on
your glasses have the green going on.
That shirt is that. Yeah.
That's right.
Realization. Yeah, not great alcohol. Would not recommend.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not drinking.
I'll be the
that.
judge of that. I chug all of it.
Bebo does 12 shots.
He
That's
starts
a lot.
guzzling. You and your mushrooms. You like taking down mushrooms. No, there's not really any negative effect other than after drinking a large amount of it, you do start to feel a little lightheaded, perhaps.
Bebo, this is not the time to get inebriated.
Mm-hmm.
We need you shooting straight, sir.
Yeah, did you see that throw earlier?
That was a good throw.
The 2 throws, you missed both.
That was a good throw.
Wait, when is he gonna break his leg? In knee braces.
Oh my gosh.
Inebriated.
It means
Wow.
Drunk. It means
Yeah.
drunk.
right.
Oh.
Learned a new word today. Rubenesque.
Huh?
Learned a new word today.
I legit can't tell the difference between Kaden and Bebo.
They're one of the same.
Diva, what does that mean?
The alter ego.
It's like a respectful way to say.
Is that a Rubenesque?
Yeah.
So
it's like a respectful
when
way to
Bebo-
say fat.
when
Oh.
Bebo reaches in to grab his, he notices that to get his drink, he notices that the barrel moves slightly and the whole structure kind of shakes. The whole entire still kind of gets.
Do we notice
That's
anything
what's
else
awesome.
in this room?
What, they just drink the house's life force or something?
Yes, you did. This house runs on that.
It's a monster house.
Bro.
Yeah,
Make
why
that
would
a
she
thing.
be brewing shrooms?
Why not?
I need you to roll me a dexterity saving throw.
It's like a
please.
hobby. Have you ever
Dexterity saving
been
throw.
like
I'm
wanting
good
to
at
make your own
those.
jams, Dasis? Have you ever done that?
Shrooms.
12.
I mean,
Very good at
she
this.
lives in a
So
marsh.
the shaking after a moment kind of settles down and it just kind of stops at the distillery after you bumped it with the drink and moving around. So it steadies.
I don't think the whole thing shook so much as you just got really dizzy for a sec. That was weird. Shouldn't drink as much as that next time.
I just wanted to judge. How did it taste?
I didn't like it.
I thought
And I like
it
alcohol.
was alright.
Are you a drinker? Do you drink often as
I
Bebo?
mean,
are you do you like
I'm
to
a normal. I do
pound
my
a
daily
variety of
drinking.
stuff?
Us gnomes live a while. I'll probably die. due
If
to liver
comparison
failure
to other drinks is any indication,
I do anything. Bebo does he'll eat anything, he'll drink anything.
based on your usual taste in food and drink, this to you tastes pretty ordinary.
Yeah, I'll literally eat swamp mud if I have to.
Is he like tipsy at all, or is he okay?
Not yet.
I actually
From his-
become better aim. It's actually in my lore.
Drunken
Oh.
warrior kind of
I'm
thing.
a drunken ranger.
That's impressive.
I get a
So,
+5 to hit.
Is
I
there,
don't know way.
At disadvantage.
There's no way.
So that's
But anyhow, so you're
Statistically, advantage is, or disadvantage is plus or minus
it's like 2 or something.
2.4 or
Yeah,
something.
is there anything else in this room? Is there another door or anything?
No, you don't really see anything else in here other than this very.
I
shaky
get the
still.
sudden
We
urge
can't
to
quite
check
see it all in
under.
that.
I check under the table.
Oh, is the whole thing not on there?
No.
No, we can't see it. That's why I'm asking.
I don't know if it's.
Wait, this isn't the whole
No.
building.
Now I can see it.
Oh, there
It's
it
just
is.
the last little bit.
Okay, so there's another door leading
Perfect.
out. Gotcha. I was like, do I have to go backtracking?
Let's go.
Okay, then I'll go through this door. Down this hallway.
Okay, so as you go through that door,
Bow, 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 ba-da-da-da.
this is where you start to hear a bunch of.
Jam
As you start
session.
coming in, you hear, and you can even see a loud ruckus coming from down the hallway. As in this gorse, there you start to close in. There's a gorse-battered kitchen. There's a stout figure with a stained apron, iron boots, a crimson cap, and bloody meat cleaver chasing a pair of vultures around a butcher's block, while the squawking birds fight over a scrap of meat.
Ruby, don't look.
There, she's just. It looks like she's chasing it around. Get out of my kitchen, you crazy birds! This is not for you. She's chasing him, trying to get him out of the
This
room.
person. Don't know who it is, but this person running.
Hello?
Yeah, what's this person look like?
An individual with a bloodstained
She is
apron.
a small creature. She she's also just from this world, this Fey world. She's kind of looks like a dwarf to some extent. It's just kind of a small, stocky, well, at this point, very angry creature.
Rubenesque.
You and your no, I have no idea what Rubenesque even means.
He said it was a
I guess again,
kind of respectful way to say.
that was by ear, so I guess I can doubly check. I don't
He's
know.
actually not too far off. It's
You mean
actually
by context?
Yeah,
Oh.
it's there's actually there's like an art I don't know, in like a certain period in history where artists drew Rubenesque women in their paintings and stuff, and that's the term is pretty old. So
Characteristics are reminiscent of the paintings of Rubens, especially with
There.
reference to his voluptuous female nudes.
yes, that's where it came from.
Voluptuous.
So
Female
spicy
nudes.
female like portraits. Got
Spicy.
it. Yeah.
And they're voluptuous, meaning they're larger women usually.
And if
So Rubens is another way.
you saw them, you'd probably go, okay, I've seen these before, because they were
They're distinct in their.
yeah, they are.
Okay. So anyway, somebody roll me
I'm first in line. If that helps you at all.
for those up in front. Yeah, give me an Arcana or
Oh.
Nature check.
I get
I'll
a
do Arcana.
Nature.
18 Arcana.
doesn't matter either way, but I got 8.
15 nature.
So between Kinlick and Alvin, they come to the conclusion that this must be a red cap. It's
mushroom.
Not to be confused with the mushroom, but
It's a goblinoid
these creatures
creature.
lack subtlety. They're kind of bloodthirsty mercenary types that you're historic that you're that you
these there
remember.
are lots of stories about. I don't know Bandersnatch, but I know this. Red caps? Crazy.
Red caps and pinky
I don't know what that is either.
It's fine.
I feel like you're making things
So
up.
when you come in, what did you say? Did you say something to her? Oh, you asked her. You said hello or something
Yeah,
like that.
so-
Yeah, I said
Uh,
hi.
She
hello.
goes. She's running around. Don't just stand there. Help me get rid of these foul birds. And she's trying to chop at them, trying to get them out of her kitchen.
Okay. Is there windows? Are there windows I can open and try and shoo the birds out?
There, I believe, are
One
windows.
There's just one.
Yeah, there's a window on one side of the building. on
How
one
many
side of the
birds is
building.
there?
Just 2. There are 2 vultures that came in through the window.
Can I try to throw both daggers at the same time? At
One at each.
one at each? Just for
With
like
your drunken skill.
So
extra skill points.
I just
sure, go ahead and take a shot at them.
Should I just roll twice for it, or what?
You're gonna try and throw 2 daggers
At
at
once.
each one.
I'm just like hit both of them. Or
You have multiple d20s.
Sure. Let's let you roll,
alright, I'll roll this one.
and I'm gonna let you roll 3 d20s and take the top 2.
Whoa.
Top 2.
Nice.
In
So
the
it's
bar?
advantage-ish.
Okay. Okay, so I got 2 20s.
What?
Wow.
And then a 3, so that's pretty
regret.
So with that, his daggers come flying out of his hands just out of nowhere. They're kind of deciding how they want to respond. Kinlick and Lorna and Alvin are all up front going, and all of a sudden 2 daggers come flying from behind you guys, and just over your heads and through, and piercing both vultures straight into right at the base of their neck, and they just
Don't look, Ruby.
they plump plump. They just drop to the ground, and
She's not a real vulture.
No.
they just that's it. They just fall flat, and
You are a better shot when you're drunk.
people puts both vultures out of you'll soon know as she'll introduce herself. Bloody Toes misery out of Bloody Toes' misery.
Okay, I go pick up my one dagger that doesn't come back to me.
Her name is Bloody Toes.
Hi, Miss Misery.
Hi.
Hi.
I know you saw what I just did. Impressive, right?
she when they fall, she's just like, wow, that was good. She's very impressive, little goblin dude.
Mm-hmm. I dabble.
Do you like her? Is she your type? She's right tap. I don't know. I imagine a mushroom person.
Think of like a short dwarf. Well, that's
Well,
really it.
they're kind of goblin-y, actually.
Yeah, it's like an in between state, but they're also kind of.
Bebo doesn't really have a type.
Oh, okay.
She's
You'll go
either
for anything? Third rat.
I've never seen an attractive one, but I've only ever seen pictures. This is my first
Well,
time meeting
maybe
one.
it's not attractive to you, but
So as you guys are
As we're
are
talking
debating,
about her right there.
she goes, I don't have time for this, and she turns around and she starts going back to chopping up whatever meat she was working on. And
Are you gonna eat those vultures?
excuse me, Miss.
I go over, push her side. Let me help.
Bloody Toes, was it? Is not Lorna in today? We had a
Bob
meeting
Lorna.
with her.
Lorna?
Bob Lorna in today? I'm not Lorna. Is Bob Lorna in today?
yes, that wretched Bob Lorna. If she comes down here and finds out I haven't made her food, she'll have my hide. Just I don't have time for this. All you are just bothering me. I have to get this done, or she'll come after me.
What are you making
She's
her?
upstairs.
Can we poison her?
She's. What is she making her?
I
She's
had
just
those
making her.
Eggs and toadstools.
And
Oh
poison.
my goodness, she's gonna explode.
Well, maybe we can help you make her dinner, and we can be the ones to bring it to her for you. She actually just hired us as help.
Oh, so you're working for her too? Oh man, just how does she recruit people? I'm only here to do it
She's
against
very
my will.
persuasive.
It's a very long story. We
She owed me money.
She's such a rotten person. I don't know how people get that. I don't have time for you. And she tells you to leave. Go. Just let me get back to my
We'll
task.
help you make your meal. We'll
I don't need any of your bloody help. She just
I thought some of that
just
cost
despises.
brew.
She doesn't like any bothering.
Okay, I get a little threatening.
That'd be interesting.
We're going to help you.
Roll an intimidation check.
Ooh.
I don't know if I did +1. 10. Wait, 12 is across from it, so is it the 9?
Yeah.
So 10.
Okay. She doesn't. She just goes back to work like she didn't even hear you talking. She's just chopping away, doing her thing, and she's just like.
What if can I this time throw a dagger like next to her, like next to her hands or something? Maybe that'll give me like a.
Sure. Roll intimidation again. This time with advantage, since you are
Is
throwing
there something
weapon
that
at
looks
her.
like what is she making? What's the food she's making?
She's making some kind of a meat. You can't really identify it based on
Okay,
the
so
fact
that's
that
not a
it's
good
already
roll.
kind of
Oops,
set
that's
up
not
as a
a
steak or
roll.
meat or whatever she's preparing.
Is it green?
Okay, so not good. That'll be a 3, 4.
With advantage?
Roll a 2 and a 3.
No!
Yeah, so you throw a dagger and she's so busy, it actually just flies past her and clinks up against the stove behind her. And she didn't even notice you did it. She just began chopping away and doing her thing. Just people are always bothering me. I gotta get out of this terrible place.
Can I
What if we
suggest?
could help
Let
you
us
with
help
that?
you do that.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Can I suggest cooking it in with some of this egg and this toadstool?
That's a good idea. Yes.
They're from the finest of palaces from where I come from.
Wait, let's just okay. You
Yeah,
don't
let's
like
back
you
up.
don't like Bob Lorna.
Right.
We don't like Bob Lorna. I
You
feel
just
like
came in saying you were hired by her.
I didn't know if you liked her or not. Okay, I thought you were gonna snitch on us.
Not all of us like our bosses.
I got better things to do than snitch on that lousy hag.
What if we poisoned her instead?
I don't think she would let that. She's too smart for that.
I don't think
but
she would like
I'll,
that.
I'll tell you this. He kind of goes, she does have a weakness, though, you know.
Oh, And what's that?
Oh, yes. If you are looking to harm her, I think you could probably distract her if you were to run widdershins around her.
What?
What?
Yes.
Widdershins?
Widdershins.
What's a widdershin?
Kid, like, what's a wintershin?
What's a
You don't know what
widdershin?
widdershins
Well,
means?
I know what they are, but if you'll let her
We're
just
from out of
describe what they are for everybody.
We're from out of realm, okay?
Widdershins, like opposite the clock.
Run counterclockwise.
Okay.
Sure, yeah, counterclockwise. Whatever is opposite of
Right.
a clock.
Exact. See?
No, left.
I think I've heard someone use
Wait.
that term, but
No, clocks
not
go
someone
left.
living.
She hates it, and for some reason, when people start doing that
facing
around
me
her,
this way, so for
she-
you, clocks go.
she starts
Actually, this way.
going
this
into
way.
go
an
left.
uncontrollable
Wait,
sneezing
clocks
fit.
go right.
You gotta pull like a. Are we? What's happening?
So we can incapacitate her by running around her counterclockwise.
We make her dizzy.
Or we can just poison her,
Just
explode her, and
Oh,
poison
you don't even
her
have
all
to
at
go
once.
around her. If it's just within her view and you're near her, she just can't seem to stop herself.
Do that like after image shadow step thing and just circle around her.
Yes.
I have mirror image.
Yes, that
You
would
can
be
have
so
Ruby
good.
fly in a
No,
circle.
literally. Oh, it's so great.
I could probably cast.
Well,
something
you've
too.
been really helpful, Bloody Toes. Thank you so much. Is Pavlorna upstairs? Is there more levels to this place?
Oh, she usually comes down to the dining room when she wants to eat. I don't try to keep track of
While
her-
they're
of her every
talking,
step.
can I try and sneak up and put some toadstools in there?
The ones you had.
That's a good
Gonna
plan.
put it in her food. Sure. Give me a stealth roll.
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
Yeah,
Well, you
I
gotta
can
also
see that.
move.
Yeah, but
But he's
Are you-
probably
are you-
still-
sleight of
because
hand is
you-
a different
right there
thing.
still.
Like as a thief, I get like lots of bonuses to sleight of hand, so it's like more offensive. for
Since
me.
she's distracted, you can have advantage
Nice.
on both rolls. I want you to stealthily move over towards it and to put it in the food.
Are you not already there by intimidating?
No, he's been throwing daggers at her and trying to talk me,
So
but
stealth.
he wasn't over by her yet.
Stealth advantage is 19.
Okay, so you get to the food without anybody noticing. She's talking over here, whispering and talking the plan
And
out.
then a 20 for...
Okay, so you managed to get the toadstool. In fact, with a 20, we'll say you even managed to break it up into small enough, unidentifiable. Or
I put
obvious.
5 in there.
What?
It's gonna one-shot her.
You put 5. Yeah, is that all of them you had left?
No, I have 19
Oh,
of
that's
them.
right,
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
I'll put all 19.
Yeah.
Oh, bro.
All bad.
19.
He's there with the
He
jug of
takes,
just shoving
his
mushrooms
knife-
in there.
his
We
bag
know
of-
she likes mushrooms. It would have been a better move to put it in the alcohol actually.
Oh yeah.
But this will work too.
So he drops them into,
How many could I
into the meat.
realistically
That
get
he
in
chopped
with
it all up. And you see some like vegetables and other stuff in there, and so he kind of breaks up his mushrooms into smaller chunks and kind of drops them into the whole mix. And when Bloody Toes is done talking to you, he goes, "Okay, now go before she comes down and catches me not getting this food done." And she starts going over back to the food, and she looks down and goes, "Huh, I remember putting the mushrooms in here." Whatever. She just starts
Okay.
shaking them all up again and doing her thing.
How many did I get in? Would I realistically be able to sneak in?
That half of them. You were able to get half of
Of
them in
them?
there.
10, let's go.
Mushrooms.
10 mushrooms.
I'll just say 10 of them, I guess,
That's-
and I'll have
yeah.
9 left. Because I had 19.
Bloody Toes. Just as a, you don't eat Pavlorna's food at all, do you? Not even just like a taste.
Sometimes I'll dabble. I like to get in. I like to have my own servings. I do.
Maybe
eat.
don't do that today.
She's literally going to die.
Just don't do that today. I just have a weird feeling about it. Just trust someone.
She's a fortune teller.
Yes.
Give me a.
Oh, wait, no, they're different. Uh-oh.
Persuasion.
Persuasion.
She's a fortune teller. She knows the
I
future.
got a +4 to persuasion, guys.
It's not like you're lying, so it's not deception.
Yeah.
Persuasion. Yeah, you're trying to keep
Okay, I
her
got a 17.
from. Okay, she's like, May I ask why?
Plausible deniability.
As I said,
Okay.
just a fortune
She
teller.
just kind of goes, all right. So she just says it goes on with her chopping it up and stuff.
Uh-oh. This could be bad,
what's in this
actually.
room?
I should have put the
What's
egg.
in this room?
It could either give her temporary HP or do damage.
Okay. So
Possibly
Maybe we'll
buffing
do
the
both.
boss.
That'll be fine.
Oh, it's
They'll counter each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
so you're going
And
into
hot.
that room.
Well, but I'm
that
guessing
room.
I'll-
Wait, what do the mushrooms do?
Okay, so if a creature eats a toadstool, roll any die. On an odd roll, the eater must succeed on a DC 15 Constitution saving throw or take 5d6 poison damage and become poisoned for 1 hour. On an even roll, the eater gains 5d6 temporary hit points for 1 hour.
Oh, just the poison is good enough.
Jared,
Should just let me use my poisoner's kit, bro.
So
this is more fun.
these are the same toadstools as the magic beans provided you.
Yeah, I'm reading it out of the Magic Beans
Okay.
thing,
Okay.
so...
All right. So you go into this other room and it's got meat. It's a meat locker.
Okay.
It would be.
It's when you touch it, you kind of notice that the door was cold as you open it, and you open it up, and the room is freezing. Chunks of frozen meat dangle from the ceiling in hooks and chains. All along the walls, more meat is stacked in piles on metal racks. A small frost-covered wooden coffer sits in the middle of the floor. The cold seems to be coming from it.
Chest of Colden.
It's very cold in here. Like you might not want to stay too long.
Very quickly, I'll go peek in what's inside the chest.
You go look in the wooden coffer. It's kind of nailed shut, but give me a strength check.
I get a -1 to my strength check, guys.
What's
Athletics.
go? Probably
It's
the
the
So
same
if you-
thing.
Probably
Yeah,
the same.
that is absolutely the same thing.
18.
It's a 6. Well, I rolled a 7, but it's a 6.
In spite of the strong will force on the dice, she can't quite get the lid popped off of this thing.
Should have just gone for the 20.
Okay, and seeing that's not open, I'll just quickly.
Did you
get out of
have?
the room.
Did you have any kind of tool when you were trying to do that, or you were just trying to pop
I
it
was just
up?
trying to see if I can pop it open.
Yeah, no, it won't come up with your.
Okay, I'll leave the room and be like, it's freezing in there, you guys. It's really cold. I think it's mostly just meat and some sort of like magical frost box. I'm assuming magical. She's a witch.
Oh.
Yeah. What's in this room?
What was in the box?
I couldn't get it open. I wasn't gonna freeze my fingers off. You go in there, Bebo.
I go in there and I just yank it open with my brute strength power.
You just using your hands again?
Of course.
Of course, he says.
Then I need athletics check.
Same thing as strength.
There's no one of
Actually, am
crowbar.
I athletic? I am athletic.
Thieves'
I'm
tools.
proficient in athletics.
Does
Well,
thieves'
I mean,
tools
you know,
include
yes.
a crowbar?
7.
Yeah, you need a crowbar. Really?
Yeah, you can't. You're not able to quite pop it.
Let me show you how it's done. Nah, I won't do it.
I
I have a
guess-
crowbar. Does anybody else have a crowbar?
I have a crowbar
could
and
be
hammers because I have thieves'
Anything
tools.
you want to try to jam in there and open it.
I do have a crowbar. I'll walk back in with my crowbar.
Okay. So, now Lorna says, she says, fine, whatever. She comes in, she brings a crowbar pulls a crowbar out of her pack and says, let me try again. And she
Well,
starts
before I
to
go
take
in though, I will quickly be like, can you hold my mouse? And I'll put Yippers on his shoulder.
it. Okay.
Just don't want her to freeze.
She comes back in, jams the crowbar in, roll athletics with advantage.
Famous last words. Hold my mouse.
Advantage. Okay. I get a -1 no matter what, so it's fine. Okay, that's I'll take the 16.
This time she's able to get that crowbar and then she pops it open. And upon removing the lid, she sees what appears to be a beating heart. And it's just kind of, it seems to be all the cold in this room seems to be radiating from this heart.
Oh.
Using my cloak to guard my hand, I'll pick it up.
Oh.
Daring.
Okay, so you've got the heart wrapped up in the thing, and you notice that you kind of you can tell that just enclosing it with something, that there's not as much cold coming out of, obviously, from it. And it's not as bad in the room after a short time.
I'll wrap it up as best as I can and maybe stick it in my bag.
Okay.
Sounds fun. Okay.
What's in the room?
Come in handy.
A beating heart.
What?
I took it.
I'm sorry? Huh?
I'll show it to him.
Ugh,
We're keeping this.
that's so gross.
We're keeping it. And I just shove it
Whose
back in
is
my
that?
bag. I don't know. I'm assuming some sort of creatures. It's kind of cool though.
Maybe.
Get it?
Frost
But,
giant.
it's cool.
From a
It's
frost
cool.
giant.
You don't look like the type of person to tell jokes.
I'm not. I don't know what's wrong with me today. It's like I don't know who I am anymore.
I understand that. Sometimes, after that egg, I just don't feel the same.
It
I feel
looks,
like I'm a
as
tiny
far as
gnome
size
right
of this
now.
heart goes, it looks pretty normal size, humanoid size.
Okay.
So human or elf or
Well,
whatever.
now I get to
something
add
like that.
beating cold heart into my beating heart.
And even as you're walking out of the room, you can just tell that meat locker is suddenly warming up. I mean, it's not warm in there, but it's noticeably less cold as you bring it out of the box and then out of the room.
This might come in handy. This is cool.
And
Got it.
meanwhile,
What if
over on the
it's Bloody
table,
Toes'
totally
heart?
oblivious to you and not
Yep.
caring what you're doing, is Bloody Toes hacking away and mixing up, throwing stuff into his pot and getting it ready to boil and cook.
I'm gonna peek in this other room.
That room is... It's a big room filled with pickling jars on wooden racks. Most of the jars appear to be filled with pig snouts, toads, small birds, onions, mushrooms, and other cooking ingredients. And in one of the jars, there's a campus tree. There's a jar that contains a campus tree, which, let me state that in a term that if you don't know what that is, it's a unique tiny plant that looks a little bit perhaps like a mushroom, that unlike one you've seen in recent memory.
Okay. And I'll close the door. There's just a bunch of pickled stuff in there.
Wait, you said there's what? Mushrooms that we've seen in recent history?
No, there's some mushrooms in jars and others pickled stuff, but there was one specific jar that only had one of these tiny plants in it that looked a little bit like an unusual mushroom that you have not seen before.
People, there might be another kind of mushroom in there for you.
Yes.
Okay. So he finds the jar that looks unusual, and it's got this. He grabs the jar with this campus tree in it.
How big is it?
It's tiny. I mean, it's probably
So to you, it's like this big.
It's like this big.
So for you, you'd be carrying a jar like this, yes, but it's.
Oh, the jars that they.
Well, the thing inside of it, it's small, it's tiny, but it's
Like a
a
mason
small.
jar?
It's pickled, so it's like juicing.
No, it doesn't even look. In this case, it doesn't look pickled. It looks like it's just
Like
in the jar.
preserved?
Like
What
it's
if I
just,
can I open it and sniff it?
yeah, you can open it.
I'll give it a sniff and maybe poke it.
Yeah, as soon as you open it, it's like.
I get-
Oh, I'm so happy! And it bursts out into song and just. Finally, I've been released from my terrible
Okay, Joe, man. I have no idea. What
And it just starts
is it?
and then you put it on. He just starts looking around again, like what? You could just see this little
wanna
mushroom-looking
take a bite out
creature
of it.
looking around.
Everything okay?
Bro.
What if I take a bite?
What was
Can I open it and rip a little piece off of it and eat it?
Is that a singing mushroom? Is
You
that-
make it
Like,
scream louder?
Really fast though,
Mandrake.
Yeah.
maybe it'll give me.
If you open it up, it starts singing again real loud. Oh, thank you, kind sir, for all you've done. As you reach in there to grab a piece of its head or whatever it is, and you try to pull. Give me an attack roll.
What would I add to this?
Probably
What do you
not.
mean?
Strength.
You're just attacking. It's a call it a unarmed weapon.
Okay, so wait, but wouldn't that still be strength? Wouldn't unarmed
Yeah,
still
plus your
be-
strength and plus your proficiency.
An unarmed attack, whatever that would be. Yeah.
I don't think I'm. Wait, am I proficient?
You automatically are.
Oh, you're right. Oh, 13.
13. So you do yeah, so roll me damage with your unarmed attack.
You don't even roll. It's just 1 plus your strength mod.
So 3.
Wait, so if it's 1 plus your strength mod, if my strength mod is -1, do I do 0 damage to it?
I think it's a minimum 1, but I
Okay.
forget.
Okay, so as you go down and he's singing and you pull off. You basically pull off his head and you just.
No, I was just trying to grab a little.
It just he just goes quiet as you pull his head off.
Can I try and put it back?
We didn't need that for something.
I did not mean to do that.
What's all the commotion in the room?
This is like not any better than the flail snail we killed.
I'm over there like grabbing a cold beating heart and throwing it in my bag, and people's over there popping a singing mushroom.
I mean, can I like?
I don't think we're the good people
It's
anymore.
too late now.
It's not.
I'm
You're
a
trying to
good
kill
person.
that
Damage is
You're
done.
trying to kill that little like no.
I'm an okay person.
Not thing.
Can I like scrutinize it to see like if it does any magical effects as a mushroom at least now?
But it's dead.
At this point, you might as well just eat it.
Just take a little nibble.
Like can't
just
I
a
like
tiny little nibble.
can't I taste test it to figure out what it is?
Yeah, just little nibble. Just a tiny little nibble.
Yeah, I mean when you can find out what a potion does by a little sip.
So I'll take a like lick it or something. Take a little crumb.
Is it a potion?
Well, I mean, probably not. but
I mean
it's-
that's how I figured out what the toadstool will do.
But like, what if this was the last of its kind and you just like it's extinct now?
That is entirely a possibility.
That's
That would be
100%
bad.
what you
I
just
don't know.
did.
Well, can't
Why
go
did you-
back.
Why did you pull its head off?
I didn't mean to. I'm too strong.
That's insane.
If it's in a room.
I thought it was kind of big. Like
with all the
It's
canning
a tiny
jars.
creature, just fit in the jar. So however, it was little.
It was probably gonna get eaten.
It was probably gonna get eaten. Yeah.
Yeah, you have a good point.
I thought she was keeping it for something else. Probably is my assumption.
We
but
could
it's
ask.
fine if you
In the
want.
kitchen
We
with
could
all the
definitely-
canning.
Definitely ask Bloody Toes.
So
Toast doesn't care. Bloody Toast is doing her own thing over there.
when you nibble or bite whatever piece you choose to eat, you find it very salty. It's got a very like excessively salty taste to it.
no, nothing special happens.
Nothing special.
What are you eating over there?
Nothing.
His slaughter.
You
I don't want to talk about it.
give me
Maybe you should at least
give
do
me
it
a
over
history
burial.
check.
History.
History, just
Oh, no.
history will work for this purpose.
That isn't good. +0.
And or actually, or you can. I guess perception will probably work too.
To see the future or the past.
+1, I guess, for perception. 5.
He's too traumatized.
Yeah, the salty bitterness of this thing doesn't seem to trigger anything.
What
that
an
way, though.
experience.
May I taste test it to find out what it does?
It doesn't. It's not. I mean, it's not doing anything to you. It was just.
Okay.
More, it was just something else that you could have known.
Yeah, maybe I'll give it a proper burial or something. I feel bad. Okay, well that's that.
Does it at least taste good?
He said
It's salty.
it's very salty, almost bitterly salty.
I'll put it back in the jar.
So he drops a
Maybe if
little
we
chunk
can find like a resurrection
of mushroom
spell,
top down onto
You're a
the stub
resurrected
of the.
mushroom.
you know.
I mean, I hate to say this, I highly doubt that we'll be able to find that spell before it's past the statute of limitation on that. Mushroom decompose.
Is there anything in here that
Do
looks
mushrooms they decompose?
like? Is there anything else in
But they
here?
also are part of decomposing.
That's true.
Anything else that stands out to me in here?
feel like
No,
technically,
that's
no.
pretty
I don't
much
know.
all you found in that room.
Whoa, mushrooms can become rot? Guess I've never noticed it before. They grow and rot.
Okay,
Life
I mean,
cycle.
I'll take it with me in the jar. You know,
Okay.
we can give it a proper burial and sing it a song.
Do you feel really guilty?
As we once knew.
Did you see this heart I found?
Maybe if we fuse the heart, the mushroom.
I didn't
Maybe
give
it
you
was
the
for a
heart.
potion this whole time.
I don't know. I'm keeping this heart though.
Okay.
Squish it in my bag.
Believe it or not, this mushroom was singing.
Okay, so
Checks out.
Kim like moseys down to the hallway, and
I assume that all happened in like a minute.
so what are you doing? Sending your mouse in there, or are you go actually just opening the door?
I'm just opening the door.
Okay.
Which way does it open?
It pushes out into the next room. It is.
Oh, there are the stairs. I don't know which way is up.
Yeah, okay. So this, you walk into what appears to be a study. There's two creatures are having a conversation over tea in the middle of this room. First figure is seated in a time-worn armchair. She is a tall, lean woman of gray complexion, dressed in black with a wide-brimmed hat obscuring her eyes. The other figure is a toad-like creature with bulging eyes and cracked skin. It is clad in a shapeless garment and sits on one end of the love seat, with its legs pulled up beneath it. Flies flit into and out of its mouth, which hangs agape when it's speaking. Two tiny versions of the creature cling to it like pets.
The creature? Like little frogs are hanging onto the frog? The bullywug?
Yes.
Okay.
Two tiny versions of the creature. Yeah. The room is filthy. Dirty dishes and bits of discarded food lie everywhere. The furniture was perhaps once a fine quality, but now stains of mysterious origin mottle every surface, and the upholstery has been patched numerous times. Set with its back to the wall in a corner is a hulking wooden cabinet. Sturdy legs support the bottom of the cabinet, 6 inches above the floor. A decrepit wooden staircase climbs up the wall in another corner.
I was talking about the two creatures, and then I was peeing.
So as you walk in, the woman turns her head and looks at you with her bulging eyes as you step into the room. The toad-like creature then speaks to you in a low croaking voice. What act of desperation compels you to enter my home, little darlings?
This is your home? Well, there's Bob Lorna's hut. Oh. Oh. Uh-oh.
Okay. I didn't realize this room was in this part of the building, so.
This is fun. Guys, I think Kenrick's up to something.
I'm in the background
Oh.
shoving the heart into my bag, and
Well,
like,
who am I speaking with?
Beagle's got the mushroom.
Come CPR.
Go. Come back to us.
If I cut your head off, do you think that would just and then CPR?
You can if you're quick enough.
Okay. Well, she goes, "Yes, this is my home, and you've entered it without being invited."
Bro, we were so close to her. We walked up those stairs and we literally walked so far around to get to her.
We just need to get
Well,
her.
this isn't Bob Lorna. This is just probably speaking through this frog. It was. Well, a lot of people told us to come find you.
The door was unlocked.
Sorry, I'm trying to. It's like a lot. This is a lot of information on it. That's why I'm being slow here. Sorry.
You didn't read all the material beforehand?
There's a lot of material to read and remember.
There is a lot.
Oh, really? Okay, that explains that. Just in my head, I'm trying to picture this. And part of it is I'm trying to figure out what she's trying to tell you. She says, don't be rude to me and my guest. Let me introduce to you Endelyn Moongrave. And she points to the dark figure sitting across from her.
With the white brimmed hat or whatever it was?
Yes.
Okay.
With the bulging eyes?
Endelyn Moongrave.
She's got the bulging eyes.
Oh, I got everything wrong. I thought she was a toad-like creature. There was a woman with bulging eyes, and then there was a toad-like creature.
I think the
No,
toad.
the bulging-eyed creature is the toad-like creature. The other lady is a what does it say? The other figure is, well,
Tall.
the first figure is seated in what she is a tall, lean woman of gray complexion, dressed in black with wide-brimmed hat obscuring her eyes. The other figure is a toad-like creature with bulging eyes and cracked skin.
Are they both looking at me?
It is
But then
clad
the
in a
frog-
shapeless garment and sits on one end of the love seat with his pulled legs up beneath it. When she introduces
Endelyn, what was it?
the tall son.
You didn't write it down?
Moongrave.
Moongrave. Thank you.
Oh,
I went to the bathroom, so I missed some stuff, guys. I had to go potty. I was laughing too hard and I almost peed myself, so I decided to tell you.
I wonder how many of us misspelled or spelled Endelyn differently.
How'd you spell it?
Endolin.
I said L-I-N.
That's how I did it.
Okay. All right.
Most of the other
Oh.
names I've gotten misspelled.
actually, she's. No, actually, she doesn't. This is annoying. It's not complete information. That's why it's throwing me off. We will call her. I don't see it. So I'm actually who she is this is a night gaze who works for Endelyn Moongrave.
The tall one or the toad?
The tall one. She's introducing her to you.
She's a night gaze?
Her name. She is Night Gaze, not a Night Gaze. She works for Endelyn Moongrave, and
That's cool.
appears to be. They were just having a casual conversation about Bob Lorna's sisters
Mm-hmm. Casual.
when you walked in.
Like, would I
Say-
have caught that? And those hands? Like,
You heard mentioning the two people as they were talking about, just at the brief moment before they turned their heads and spoke to you.
At least I haven't written it down. I don't know the names of the other witches.
Got him somewhere.
They're Endelyn and Skabatha.
Oh, so one is Endelyn. Okay.
Skabatha? Skabatha?
Skabatha.
Skabatha.
Okay.
Or Skabatha, or
Oh.
however you want to try to pronounce that.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
Yeah, I haven't
Lorna
read them.
Blightstraw, Skabatha Nightshade, Endelyn Moongrave.
So,
If they're
this
sisters,
is your home.
They're different
Where are
last
you
names.
at?
they're married.
Excuse me?
Maybe.
Are you being rude in my own home?
I'm just trying to get some information. You know, you're supposed to be hospitable in this place.
By accusing me of not being directly in front of you?
Well, I'm just wondering where our host is.
I'm sitting right here.
Oh,
Kinlick.
I thought you'd be more intimidating. I'm not just a rotting bullywug.
Yeah.
I am no bullywug.
Well, what are you?
Someone is at your
Just a
door, they
really
must
old
be.
hag, Kinlick.
I was gonna say the word on the street is you're a hag.
And you know the streets. So
I do know the streets. Yeah, this is what I heard down in Baldur's
That
Gate.
is
They
the
were like,
word.
do you know? Did you hear about
know
that?
what's really the
Bob
word?
Moore?
yeah, it's
Do
funny
not.
how
She says,
Don't.
"Excuse me,
Stop.
but is it
Don't
common
stop.
in your where you
Hold on to
come
that
from
feeling.
to ask people what they are?
Well, I
If
mean,
you went up
look-
to your relatives and said, 'What are you?' would they take that kindly?"
I mean, when strange questions like that are asked, sometimes you reciprocate by asking, "Well, what are you?"
I know full well what you are, turtle.
Oh,
Hi. Sorry about.
I barge in. What am I?
Oh no. This is already going terribly.
She looks at Bebo as he comes bursting through the door. Only it doesn't flinch at it, other than to turn and go. You make you are decorations.
I will push Bebo behind me.
Close, but I'm a goblin.
I'm pushing Bebo behind me. Stay back here.
I
boy.
appreciate that you think I'm attractive enough to show off, but
I think she wants to be your sugar mama.
Maybe she's not my type.
maybe she is too.
I literally don't even know what to say at this point. Well,
One thing though, before as you're standing around conversing, Kinlick and how many of you are kind of in the room? We just
I'm
got
in
to
the
know
room.
Lorna.
I just pushed
Lorna's just behind, yeah.
Bebo out.
Eva was just in there.
But I pushed him out when she was talking about him being a decoration. I pushed him behind me to like protect him.
Kinlick and Lorna notice
He's probably back
that the black clad figure does not seem to be casting any kind of shadow, anything around her.
No shadow.
Hey, how are you doing that? There's no. Are you there? Can you hear me? You still there? There's. Can I walk up to it and like?
No.
also
She
seems
turns
very-
and looks at you, and you hear her kind of in a whispery voice. How am I doing? What?
I mean, you're not. There's no shadow here.
She
And
like
that
she like
was my-
shrinks back from you as you're coming up to her. What are you doing?
Can I suggest maybe
These-
not angering the powerful witches?
These. I'm just doing what my gnome buddies do. They call it investigating.
Oh my goodness, sir.
Get your hands away from me, you beast!
Okay. Sorry.
Kinlick, always ask permission first.
Oh. What's going on?
What's going on? Well, we're very sorry to intrude upon you fine ladies like this. It wasn't our intent. We're in a bit of a hurry. We're looking for someone.
I say tell him about the
Why?
mention the
And
food.
Bob Lorna pops in. Why are you here?
We were told you might be able to help us find someone.
Find who?
Sabelna.
Shillelagh. But not like in a threatening way. I'm just like, it's on now.
And
Whisper it quietly.
what kind of action is that when you cast that? Is it verbal?
It's everything. Verbal, somatic, material.
Does that mean it's everything, or it's at least?
So
one thing?
I basically just go like against the staff, and it turns into like dry wood. Pale. What is it?
So she kind of notices
Driftwood.
Kinlick pull out, basically change his staff into a more functional item, and she immediately kind of sits up, but doesn't do anything immediately. She's like, "You come into my house
It's basically still on my back.
with ill intent?"
You've taken our friend.
Wait, let's all just have a meal first.
Zabilna's land is mine now. Me and my sister's ruled prisoner.
From what I've heard, the people aren't very happy with you ruling here.
It is out of their hands now.
Well, we're just here to find Zabilna.
How did you get into my house? How did you even find it?
You didn't lock your door.
It is not obviously visible to the outside world.
If you just boat through, you find it. Like,
I mean, yeah, it's not that hidden.
There's also clotheslines.
Coming off all four corners.
The signs are there.
Right smack
Even
down
I
in the
saw
middle of
them.
everything.
I don't know if you know how to hide as well as you think you do.
I asked Redfoot how the food's coming along.
Bloody toes.
Yeah, Redfoot, you know.
Good effort.
Not to be confused with the red cap.
So
It is the red cap.
Bloody toes, the red cap.
Oh,
I see
it
what
is
you
the
mean.
red cap. Got it.
Yeah, Bloody
Okay.
Toes is a red cap. He says, "It's cooking. Why?
Bob Lorna wants her food.
She'll have to wait. I'm not simply gonna pull it out of the oven simply because that old hag wants something. She'll have to wait like everybody else."
No. Speed it up.
She's like,
Brandishes
and
the
she just
knife.
turns her head and ignores you because she's cleaning up and getting the kitchen
ETA.
ready.
On the food.
It'll be ready when it's ready.
Are we trying to
You
spice this up?
said something to Bob Lorna? Oh, you were asking about Zabilna.
Yeah.
Um,
Where are you keeping her?
Zabilna is safely housed at her castle. Or her, I guess it's her castle. Yeah.
I don't know where we're going from here, guys. I wasn't prepared to actually confront her today. Fun facts.
Something tells me Ken wasn't prepared for us to confront her either.
She,
I'll,
I'll tell you what. I can give you a passage out of this area if you'll do me a couple of favors.
I've heard people who make deals with you get the short end of the stick, so I think we'll pass.
oh yeah, good.
oh, will you now? Okay. Well then, good luck on finding Zabilna.
We just gotta wait for this food to finish, guys.
Are you interested in things such as the gait of our step or the color of our left eye? Because I know.
What would I have to do with those nonsense things?
Okay. How about this book? And I'd show her the beef
Oh,
book.
there you go.
What about this book?
Ah, where did you get that?
I was given it. I didn't even have to ask.
Well, were you now? Who was the holder of this book before
I
you got
don't
it?
remember.
King Gullop.
say that.
I said I don't remember.
King Gullop, you say?
No,
I
she doesn't
guess.
say that. You don't say that.
Good
Okay,
to know.
I didn't say that.
she coughed it out, man. she heard her. She heard her. She's got a quick ear. I would very much like that book.
I'll give it to you if you. What do we want from her? Sibilna.
A billion gold.
And a billion gold.
What?
You're right. 1,000,000 gold. Do you even know what gold is?
I have no need for your gold.
No, we do. We have.
But you want 1,000,000 gold. If I have no need for it, why do you think I'd be storing it around here?
I don't know. Maybe
You know,
have
that's a
access
good
to
point.
it.
And I've done a lot of investigating here, and I've seen none of it.
We could just take platinum. Who needs gold?
You're
Just
right.
Some really tacky taxidermy. That's all.
Yeah, that's true.
You think if I had gold, my house would look like this?
It's pretty big. You got a lot of square footage. A lot.
We don't like what you've done with the place, but we like the place.
Although I would take the book, I will tell you how to get out of hither.
I'll trade you that for
If
that.
you can complete another task for me. My pool downstairs is currently plugged, and I cannot figure out why. Can you take care of that for me?
I don't see how that's our issue. Are you offering us Sibilna in exchange for fixing your pool?
I cannot
She's just
give you.
letting
I'm
us
just
leave.
telling you. I will tell you how to get to her. I can't give you Sibilna.
Well, why?
I am not alone in her captivity. I have my sisters to deal with.
Your sisters.
No, that makes sense.
I mean, I heard you were the weakest of the three, so.
Ooh. Just in the back.
Is that what you think? Is it?
Yeah, I mean, like, what strengths do you have in comparison to your sisters?
You couldn't even keep your eyes on a book.
How's that food coming?
She kind of.
People's in the back, like some waiter going, "This table really wants their food now. Cook it faster."
She goes, "Oh, is this what you come into my house and start harassing me in my own home?" And she gets out of her chair. She starts standing up taller, and she's like, "Is that how you are as guests?" She's starting to show a very determined or very considerable increase in the level of anger in her voice, as it sounds to her like you are egging her on.
Is there any extra aprons lying around?
Unless you can get the food to cook faster.
Serve it raw. Like, oh, no.
I mean,
Just for that, if you want to
Rare.
get my help, you will not only fix my pool, but you will also go pick up the package that I need.
do we look like mailmen to you?
What's a mailman?
You most certainly do not, but if you can't complete these 3 simple tasks, or 2 simple tasks, in addition to giving me the book, you will not be getting any of my help at all.
What makes you think we need your help to find Sibilna? What's so difficult about finding her?
We found you.
Well, if you think you can get through the magic
you're
of
hidden,
hither
not hidden.
into this other town, good luck with that.
We've got 2 detectives.
I welcome you to try.
By title.
Self-given.
Well, he's got a magnifying glass.
You are correct. How do we feel about this offer?
I don't like it.
I don't want to make a deal with her.
What if we all
already
sit
know
and
what
just
the-
have a good
Can we?
meal?
Yeah. Can we talk this over
Dinner?
dinner?
Yes.
Why on earth would I want to sit down and have dinner with you?
Because I have your book. Do you want this back?
I want all these tasks done.
I understand that.
If you want my help, you will begin them immediately. Stop bothering me with your condescending banter. Leave me immediately.
I'm gonna walk up to her. Just slowly.
And she kind of crouches over. She's squatting down. You can tell that although she's got like a toad-like face and toad-like features, she actually has longer legs than most of the bullywog's. Arms are kind of long and lanky. She's got this gray pale skin that looks like it's loose on her. Like it's just aging, dying skin.
Does it look like she's like wearing a head as a mask? Or
No,
something?
no. She's just got these bulging eyes. It gives her a toad-like appearance. It's not
She's not
like
a
she's
toad
she's not really a toad. She just looks really weird.
Okay, I think that's what
I will.
confused me.
So how tall is she at this height?
Normal person.
Because I'm like 3 feet
If,
tall.
you could tell that if she were to stand up fully, but she's like
Hunched
she's always
over.
like hunched over and squatting down. I mean, like her legs are like she's not really. She just kind of waddles towards you. But if she were to stand upright, if she could, she'd probably be human-sized height, maybe 4 feet, 4.5 feet tall.
Oh, okay.
That's shorter than most humans.
Yeah.
Some parts
She's
were.
old and small.
Still reaching a little bit up. I just offer the
Not
book.
my aunts and grandmother. They are literally about 4.5 feet tall.
I'm just gonna offer the book and let her take it from me.
The beef book?
She looks at you and she reaches out. Okay. This does not mean I'm okay with you not doing the other tasks before I tell you this information, but I will take this as a peace offering from your rude friends.
Well, I believe you are still beholden to the rules of this land, aren't you?
Oh, I am.
So, if I give you a gift, you must repay in kind.
Indeed. Fine. You may have dinner here with us.
Yes.
But leave my sight and come back when it's ready.
Very well.
We're
Let's
gonna
just-
go in this room
Meet
over
me
here.
in the dining room at dinner time.
Okie
When it's dinner
dokie.
time.
Okay. I'm just gonna.
I'm assuming we'll be summoned for it.
That's insane. That's totally insane. And the table's just.
Yeah, just to give something in return.
And with that,
Yep.
we're gonna stop.
Okay.
Dang.
Wow.
We know what we're in for next time.
I hope.
Just a reminder, guys. Don't eat the food.
Right.
No, we're just gonna tell Redcap to make other stuff. They
Yeah.
are like
Thinking about that here.
Okay, but if someone has to eat the food in order to get her to eat the food, who volunteers?
Bebo.